It is Tuesday, my dudes.
Here's a message of importance to millions of people who are continually pale and washed out, weak and run down. Doctors will tell you that these conditions are often caused by a deficiency of iron. The iron you need to keep you physically fit and mentally alert. Medical studies show that 2 out of 3 women and many, many men lack the daily iron your body requires in a form your body can easily use and put to work. Your body requires. Every dose gives you more than your daily minimum iron requirement. We are awake, we are awake, we are not alone. We are striving for more. So if you're not getting the iron your body needs, we are awake, we are not alone. If you feel weak, run down, and are easily upset, we are striving for more. Start taking today.
That's my alarm every morning. I wake up, yay, I'm awake. Yeah, not really. TGIF, everybody. Welcome to Have No Sphere, right here on the Iron Rail Media YouTube channel. What the hell is this? I have my... Shut up. I have my phone playing. God, I hate to hear my own voice. Sorry, but it's Friday. You know what? It's been a long-ass day for me, not for any particular reason, just because I didn't take a nap or go into work. But I did stay up playing around on the computer, trying to come up with some stuffs. Anyway, we've got an exciting show for you this evening. Let's jump right in and say hello to everybody, starting off with Mr. Let's say Walter Johnson. You might know him as Flat Earth Head here on the YouTubes. Walter, how in the hell are you doing, sir?
Lap full of cat, always.
Lap full of cat.
Lap full of cat, hashtag. I'm here. I am on the foil. Saying hey to everybody for a second. I probably won't stay on the camera.
Why not?
I'm hideous. Just, one of those things. I like to play tic-tac-toe. Watch this. I'm going to...
And your sound's going too.
Oh, sorry. You know how I do it. Anyway, I'm here. And I'll be on and off occasionally. I have a cat who's suddenly gotten on me with a tail tip that is soaking wet. So apparently she's been playing in the sink, which is what she likes to do.
Or the litter box.
Oh, no, that's when it's that booty wet. It's the litter box wet. When they get on you with that, you're like, get up now. Bang. That's when that happens. Anyway, I'm here. It's Friday. So, yeah, I didn't sleep at all last night, as you guys know, and overslept this morning. So
were you tossing and turning and turning and tossing?
Yeah.
Tossing and turning all night?
Yep. So I'm here. I took a nap. I'm old. I'll admit it. I always have a Friday nap. I've got stuff. But I'm here. The cats are here. You'll hear them often, I'm sure. I'll share them with you, Liz, when I can. And everyone else that loves the kitties. Anyway, I'll shut up. I'm probably going to ramble a bit because I'm kind of still waking up. I played my guitar for about 30 minutes before Josh got my attention. So I'm here pouring the first coffee on my brain, about to get my kratom in me, and dude, it'll be just nonstop yapple yapple. No, I'm kidding. We have an amazing guest who I missed previously. So I'm excited to shut up and let you introduce the other lovely hosts here with the mosts, and then that dude. So shh.
Shh. Yes, let's.
Wonder who it is.
Who could it be? Let's say little Mrs. Cami Nodel. I'd missed Cami this Wednesday, even though we were live on Rockfin playing music videos, essentially.
I
Can't
was
even make it hard.
listening in the background some of the time. Didn't have my headphones on, but I was like up and about and hearing parts of it. I missed you guys too Wednesday. I don't know. I have a hard time.
You're a bit
headphones on
quiet,
that many
Cam.
hours.
Is the microphone away from your mouth?
Okay, is that better now?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, but yeah, it's good to be here. It's anxiously awaiting from last week. I don't know if you remember last week we had just finished planting, and this week we're awaiting this weather that last week said was going to get down to 31, and now they're forecasting 21. So we're like looking and working out strategies and covering our plants and weathering it through that cold weather for just a couple hours, but it should just be a few hours of the cold weather.
Still, that's pretty wonky.
I know, it's really wonky. Every time I look, it goes down further. And Zach, I did look, and now at like 7 o'clock Sunday morning, it's supposed to be 21 degrees. We have it's going to rain it's going to rain tomorrow morning. Then it's going to be super windy. Then it's going to get sunny and get cold. And so we'll have that sunny time where it's calm to actually get everything prepped. It's given us some good prep time on getting our little babies all covered. And we're thinking of creative ways of like heating up bricks, maybe to put in the little enclosures with it, or maybe even lighting a candle or that. The tucks are out. But with that, I think we should move it on to Zach.
Yes, let's. Let's say hello to Mr. Zachary Zabala. By the way, Cami's channel here on YouTube is Aisling717. In case you weren't aware, you might want to see her in chat. Give her a shout, hello, or head on over, give her a subscribe. Subscribe. Did I say that right? Jesus.
Give her a subscribe.
Give me a subscribe.
Let's go with it.
Do it, why not?
And actually, before I pass it over to Zach, I'm going to give a shout out to Sylvia Halpert, who writes children's books. And I have been working with on moon phases with. So anybody that needs books for their children, put a little lookout for her, because we have more books coming out. And thank you, Sylvia, for all of your time and effort on all of this.
Cool.
That's awesome. So now we can move on to Mr. Zachary Zabala and his little channel here on YouTube. Good times for all. Hashtag Nomad. Hashtag too nice for rice. Hashtag too many.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, good day. Got me a little nap in. Took some more electric field readings. It's hypnotizing sitting there watching the heartbeat of Earth. I know I was on about this earlier today, but yeah, it's like mesmerizing. And then when you move it around at different elevations, you see kind of what's going on. And I've never heard it explained the way that you actually see it in these meters and stuff. It's never been explained to me like this, that it actually does this kind of stuff. I've heard of a pulse, but it was a daily pulse. And that's what I'm kind of trying to measure. I think it's UTC time, around 4 p.m. It starts getting stronger, and then by 7 p.m. it maxes out about 15% stronger, and then it starts waning off in about 1 a.m. It is back to normal. And I knew about that pulse. That's like the Schumann resonance. But this other pulse, it's like a heartbeat every couple seconds. Every couple seconds there's a spike, and then it levels back out and goes low, and then a spike, and it looks just like an EKG reading. And yeah, there's just so much to learn. I'm excited. Once I can figure out how to get the data off of the stupid meter, not stupid meter, I'm stupid, but off of the meter and onto the computer to where I can actually read the data.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, I'm just
And haters aren't gonna eat.
yeah, I'm just not tech savvy that way. You know, it'll happen though. But yeah, I'm just gathering data. I love gathering data. Data. But yeah,
Sorry,
ready for the guest.
Just doesn't
sure.
usually sit there. It's like an amplifier sitting on top of my tuner like that. That's great.
That was me texting. No, someone in chat said you're not live on Rockfin. I didn't know if you wanted to be.
So sometimes Rockfin is good, sometimes Rockfin is not. This having to
It's not right now. Yeah.
when it says just go live, just press live, and you think, okay, that means if I just press live, I must then go live. No. It says press go live, then come back here and press go live again here, because we're not going to automatically start this stream like it starts every fucking where else. Nope. You have to double check, come back here and do the exact same thing we just told you to do somewhere else and didn't tell you to do here, by the way. So go over there and click live. And then if you don't come back here and click live again, then you'll just sit there and people are going to wonder why you're not live.
Tell us how you really feel about it. You know, and I love Rockfin. I'm such a big fan of Rockfin, but I can't listen to it at work at all, no matter what kind of signal I have. If I use the browser or the app, like at home, it's great. I'm gonna keep paying for it because that's where.
Well, yeah, you're in a metal warehouse, right?
Yes, and a big
now,
one.
Could you listen to other things? Could you listen to like YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Well,
then I don't
some
know.
places I can't, but.
Well, yeah, because you're in like a big Faraday cage. That's why you're not getting a signal. But when you get to something that's connected to the outside, we used to do that. We'd run a wire from the outside, and this guy would just set it by his phone, like lay his phone on it, and he'd be able to watch stuff again. It was
like
crazy.
A grounded wire, or like what?
No, just a wire to the outside, picking up all those radio frequencies from the outside.
Dude, yeah. I just got promotion, and I'm right at a metal. I'm right at siding, like right beside me. I'm gonna try that. Like YouTube, like it's touch and go, but Rockfin won't do anything at work. It's useless. And if I work a 10-hour day, which I've been lately, in my mind that's like an average of 8 hours of education. Like I download, because I have a YouTube Premium, so I can download. So I download videos and podcasts. So I've got more education in the past 7 years than I think I've had my whole life. But I want Rockfin to work that well at work too. When I get home, it's family time and skateboarding time, and
nice
Peacemaker time.
What? You really want to?
Am I evil for my favorite person on that show?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Being the psychopath that has no feelings.
My mother was a witch.
He was burning alive.
Just when he's saying that he wanted to kill him for smoking pot because it was illegal, right. I was like, "Whoa, this dude is a psychopath."
There's a couple of psychopaths. Are you talking about the Vigilante character, the guy with glasses?
Vigilante. Yeah,
he's great. He's great. And dude, if you ever saw that dude not being Vigilante as a actor, you wouldn't even know who the fuck he was. No, that's not that dude. He's like a total transformation. It's like Clark Kent in reverse. He puts on those 80s glasses and starts being an idiot, and it's just not the same fucking dude.
He's so concerned about his. Sorry, he's so concerned about his identity being secret that after they have that threesome, he's still wearing. He's totally naked except for his mask.
If you guys haven't seen it, Peacemaker, it's a funny show. It is.
I love that.
I couldn't stand John Cena, and it does push a left agenda. Somewhat, I wouldn't watch it at first.
On TV?
Yeah.
Today?
I wouldn't even watch it at first.
I know. I had to make Zach go back. He was like, "No, that first shit made me stop." I'm like, "Come on, dude, get past the bullshit and just enjoy the idiocy of it."
You have to.
It's great.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. Thank you,
Can I-
Wyatt, for pushing me up.
Well, that
Can
was
I
you
point
and me
some-
with Morty. I hated Rick and Morty when I first saw it on my own. Dude, the voice acting drove me nuts.
But
oh
it's
my
intentional.
God, I
That's
hate
that's
it.
the
Well, I
point.
didn't know. I just turned on a new cartoon, heard the voice acting about 10 minutes. I'm like, well, this is something I'll never watch. And then Zach came to my house and was like, dude, you
Forced you
gotta
to.
watch it. I'm like, I can't handle it. He's like, dude, you have to trust me on this. So I did. Thank you, Zach.
Can I point something
I
out real
owed you
quick?
Peacemaker.
Sorry.
What's that?
I want to point something out real quick. The 30 minutes we spent chatting before we went live was like the serious material, and now
Oh
we're
no, that
chatting
was
about
yeah.
TV.
Y'all miss all the good
Like,
shit. Now we're
I was like, oh, we're not
idiot
live
fucks.
now.
So that's how we do it. That's how we roll.
Best stuff only gets
best
heard
stuff.
by God.
That's right.
God and the CIA.
Right.
And
our
Google, don't
handlers.
forget Google.
And our handlers. Right?
Yeah.
Y'all
Right.
know. Yeah, y'all
We are
know how
shills.
exciting it is by how late the show is and how distracted we are from hitting that go button.
Honestly, didn't know we weren't. I thought, oh, we're live.
Looking good there, Josh, by the way. You've got the attention of the whole chat room.
Uh-oh. What'd I do?
Dude, you're like waving a carrot in front of a donkey is what you're doing.
What? I don't see it.
Look at that
Fast,
jar.
fast.
Look at that jar that
Oh.
dude's got.
Yeah, my jar. Nobody
Did
bothered
you
to
bring
ask
enough
me
for the class, Josh?
how my day was. So there I was, decided, I was burping them, thought, it's been a couple weeks. Well, it's been over a week. That's soon enough to go ahead and give her a little taste. So I pulled out a bud and broke a little up and twisted one up. And it just happened to be on the wife's lunch break, so I sat down next to her on the couch while she was not working at the moment. And I just sparked it up and handed it to her, and she was smoking it. And she turns and looks at me real surprised, like she says, is this the stuff we've been smoking on? Parenthetically, I love you, Daryl Davis. And I says, no. She looks, she says, is that our stuff? I said, yep.
Right?
She says,
Wow,
damn,
that's a
that's
compliment.
tasty. That's what I thought too.
Wow.
Proud of you.
So that's
Good
what I was
for
doing. I
you.
was bringing my jar to, that's about the biggest compliment I could have been paid. So I was here to show off my jar. My nice big frosty buds. Yeah, I was real proud of them.
I would be too, goddamn. That's some nice
Don't worry.
looking little-
Here in a few
Nuggy,
months, I'll be
nuggy.
showing you guys peppers
It
and
keeps
all
fading
kinds
it
of
out
stuff.
when you
Yeah,
stop
I
moving
know.
because it picks it up. Put it in front of the shirt. There you go.
Yeah,
Perfect. That's perfect.
Wow.
it's not a
Yeah,
giant bud. It's probably,
It looks
3-4
pretty dense,
grams,
though,
I
dude.
bet,
That's
though.
the secret is density.
Yeah.
'Cause every time I played around back in the day with like little cheap lights, all I got was little spindly sadness.
Real super
Spindly
fluffy
sadness.
thin.
Bad name.
Yeah.
Bad name. Band name called it.
And the way you got
You're
this
a
set up is
blues
going to make me
fan,
learn
huh?
to stay still. Because when I move, it
You
just looks
got-
wicked. So I'm just.
I can totally get rid of it too. I was just
What?
trying
The
to
Terminator.
do
Oh
different
no,
stuff.
that's just Rico.
Rico.
So, wow.
I hear that about 12 times a day.
But you
Hey,
do.
what's up, Suave?
I couldn't imagine that would be a thing. That's
Do
why
you
I
give her
haven't
them
said
the
it.
old finger guns and then trip?
I was talking about Karen B was like, I hate being a Karen right now with what's going on with the Karen thing. I was like, well, could you imagine hearing Suave every day of your life? And she's like, could you imagine being a Karen right now? I was like, you know what? You win.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her they set that up just to make her name look bad because she's so powerful and they had to go after her. So, yeah,
No kidding, man.
no
I-
kidding.
I hope I
Every-
never piss her off.
We couldn't take down
doubt.
Karen as an individual, so the only thing we could do is bring down all Karens everywhere.
Dude, they're that corrupt. I could see that being the thinking.
And the funny thing is I know
Scorched
several
earth.
Karens, and every single Karen I know is like over the top outstanding person. Like again, Karens, I have a cousin Karen. We have a mutual friend that I don't know if you guys will know another Karen in a different country, but our Karens are the best, all of them. And so for them to do it and turn it into something rabid like they did. Just fuck them.
I mean, it's
Sorry.
completely arbitrary.
Just
They shouldn't take it personally. It could have been Linda.
Sorry.
It could have been Heather. It could have been all sorts of stuff. I can think of
It should have
14
been
other
Heather.
women that would have made better Karens than a Karen. I'm just saying.
Why is it Karen? Anybody have any idea?
It's arbitrary. One viral video,
Oh, okay. That's probably what it is. Yeah.
I'm sure. Would be my guess. I'm
I
pulled
will
it right
look
out,
it up.
but
I'm going to
pretty
type
sure.
in the original Karen.
And I bet
I
you'll
mean,
find a
good idea.
video.
It hit the basest common denominator of idiofuckery. It took off.
Karen.
Although Sherry Ives in chat
I mean,
does know a Karen named Karen, so
Why did people fucking chew on Tide Pods? I mean, why do people do any of the idiot
always
shit they
that.
see other people do?
Okay, the choice of Moniker has been linked to the 2004 film Mean Girls, where a character says, outraged, oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask someone why they're white. And that's...
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is okay. I've seen Mean Girls. I actually highly recommend Mean Girls to everybody. And Karen in that video is not dominating and mean. Karen in that video is like, if you've seen Married with Children and do Christina Applegate's character, like a giant strom is coming to Chicago. Karen in that movie could tell if it was going to rain because her breasts would get tender. She was like a completely ditzy, no brain, saying that if it's your second cousin and you're kissing them, it's okay because they're not really your first, or if it's your cousin, they're not. Yeah, Karen. It's not a. It's making it. Karen is like the ditziest character ever. She's not a mean or anything like that. She's slutty dumb.
that's why I think it was a viral video.
It does not describe our Karen B or any of the Karens they put on the videos at all. I mean, this is somebody that wants to get a job for casting, whether or not her breasts tingle.
Hashtag slutty smart.
Yeah.
What happened to?
I've only recently stopped trying to make fetch happen.
What happened to the asymmetrical haircut? Right. I want to speak to your manager. Isn't that Karen? Isn't that the original Karen? That's what I thought. The chick with short hair on one side, long hair on the other, the asymmetrical. And she's like, hey, I'm entitled and I want to speak to your manager. I thought that was the Karen.
No.
And
who they should be using if they're reflecting on culture or whatever, and who everybody gets in mind is if anybody has seen Kate Plus 8 or John and Kate Plus 8, that Kate is that character. But it's not a Karen, it's a Kate. So we should be calling them Kate.
You know, I think I've heard that before. It's not a Karen, it's a Kate.
Yeah.
I think I've heard
Mean Girls, I mean, your main character was Regina, but Regina wasn't really a Kate as much as, I mean, because basically when Regina did it, everybody bowed down. So, yeah.
Holy shit. This just in. I don't give a shit about where Karen came from. Except for Karen B. I only care about where she came from, where she is, and where she's going.
That's right. We went totally off stoner topic.
And if she's got bubblegum or not.
That's right.
Or jelly beans.
Beware. If she's all out of bubblegum, watch out.
Oh, well, it just so happens.
It just got worse. It got worse
a whole
than it
jar.
could ever have gotten. Oh, I'm sorry, Josh.
I was just going to say, I got a whole jar full of bubble gum right here. Just so happens that's what I grew and smoked today. Was this from this jar of bubblegum auto flowers. So, good luck.
So, I just got to throw this on the fire. Not only are the Karen memes used to describe women with, you know, either unjustly entitled or the haircut, all that. Apparently, even though it says here it's hard to confirm the true origins, many believe it's derived from a Dane cook. A Dane Cook comedy routine. I just threw
Walt
up my
doesn't
mouth
like
a little
Dane
bit.
Cook.
Did he dress up like a female? I hate Dane Cook. Dane Cook's an overrated
Who doesn't love
piece
jock
of
comedy?
garbage. Sorry.
Oh,
I know there's
God.
comedians. I know
So it
there's
got way worse.
Dan. I
Like,
love you, Dan.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's horrible.
Rico, we lost you behind the foil.
I know he's hiding behind the foil. Well,
I get
mean,
lost
you
there
know,
all the time, man.
with the world these days. Tommy and Chad, I see that super chat. Thank you, sir. I see you all in chat, and I said hey, but I don't want to get.
That's what I'm watching, by the way. I'm watching the chat on my phone on a stand.
Be
beside my
glad
laptop.
you do not know who that is, Sherry, and don't go look because you'll be probably having a little internal vomitation-ness.
Vomitation.
Check out
Let's go with it.
Dane Cook in the round. When I think of, like, when you think of Karen, you have a certain mental image. When I think of douchebag, I get a certain mental
That's
image.
the first image.
And it's Dane motherfucking Cook.
My best friend used to hate Dane Cook. He's the guy that turned me on to Mitch Hedberg.
Oh,
there's another one.
Changed my life.
Another one.
Powerful, the amazing,
Changed my life. Yeah,
Mitch is good.
I immediately went to rip him off, and I actually did two. I tried to do stand up for a while. Not for a while. I worked on it for a while. I did 2 open mic nights.
How long was your set?
What?
How long was your set?
Oh, like 5 minutes. I got like 4 or 5 minutes. First night, it was horrible. But there's other guys like wanting to like do their like beat poetry, and there was a guy that wanted to like a singer songwriter guy, and they wanted someone to applaud them. So I think that's where I got applause. but the girl I was with at the time was like, well, you can't do something once and say, fuck it, I'm over it. So I did it again, and it was just as bad. I was encouraged. My friends are like, dude, you're always the funniest dude at the party. You need to be a comedian or be on SNL. But me being comfortable around you and being funny does not translate to writing out a set and performing it in front of strangers.
Situational comedy
I bet you were
is different
sober,
than
too.
stand-up comedy.
A little bit.
Being able to play off of real life instances and be witty is a whole different skill set.
It's a lot of time sitting around a group, getting stoned, and writing out your set. Don't think that you have to sit down and write every single fucking joke. You get down 4 or 5 funny other funny motherfuckers, and you all get stoned, and you all go over your set, and you have them help refine and polish and adjust your timing.
I didn't have anything like that. Yeah.
Well,
no, I've heard. No, I follow comedy. I saw Sam Tripoli live. That was great.
I heard. How was that? I heard your wife bought you tickets, but that was awesome.
She's surprising them. It was.
Well, if you're a comedy dude, have you ever seen that Green Room Paul Provenza thing? I think it's on one of the big ones like Showtime or HBO, one of them. Yeah, look for it, dude. If you're a comedy guy, it will be a dream. It is phenomenal. It's just a group that sits on the couch. He has different people. I mean, Paul Provenza's been around forever. And he brings out like a variety to sit around and discuss all things comedy. It is fucking great. Highly recommend it.
Oh, dude, Josh, I love the way you have yourself kind of behind the foil a little bit, like you're tucked in there. Is that intentional?
Tucked away. No, it's probably my microphone.
Oh, it looks.
It is nice. It's a nice effect.
Well, it's gone now. You fucked it up.
Well, fuck that up, Josh. For everybody,
you look like you were folded in the foil.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Like I was gonna peel you back and bitch you before I put you in the oven.
So I've been looking for stuff to make with the good butter. And I found this banana thing. It's like brownie banana.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's all natural. And you just put butter down in there, and then you add some sugar, and you get it all caramelized. Throw some sliced bananas in there, like long way sliced, just one cut. And put them down in the bottom of the pan, and then you mix up this chocolate brownie batter thing, all from, scratch. There is no box.
How could that be bad?
Caramelizing the good butter, the can of butter, or just regular butter?
The good butter.
I don't know.
In with the sugar.
Because it won't damaging THC at that kind of long burn temperature to get caramelized. I'm saying to that extent.
Yeah, if you
want my opinion,
I would. It depends on how you've made your butter already.
You'd have to do it low and slow, right?
If you've made your
look
butter,
at the brownies. I baked the brownies.
Did you bake them from?
You know?
Did you use box or did you make them from scratch?
Yeah, they were box brownies.
Try scratch.
Gross.
You'd be surprised how much better, and almost if it's about 5 or 10% more effort to make brownies from scratch.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. I think it will work with this too. It shouldn't hurt the butter in any way.
The butter, no, you can if it's a clarified butter, you can't burn it at all ever. But it's the THC and stuff that you've already added to the butter that you might be burning off. You can definitely scorch that. So I don't know how high you're going to
All
try
right,
to.
scientifically, I just checked it. The temperature of caramelization of sugar is 320. So, if you consider, let's find it again, I believe.
Well, yeah, but the brownies I baked were at like 375. So that should be all right.
Boiling point, THC boiling point is 315. If you vape lower than this is vape temperature. I don't need vape temperature.
David M says at 220 or higher, you're converting the THCA.
Well, that was my next question. And did you decarboxylize the herb before you made your butter?
Yeah, it's already been decarboxylized while it was being made into butter.
Well, then, you'd be.
I think it should be all right as long as I don't, scorch it. Just do it nice and slow on a simmer and get the butter and the sugar together because the sugar caramelizes pretty quick.
I'm not an expert. I just play one on TV.
That's one of those I would add after the fact.
You pour all the brownie mix over the top of that, let it fluffen up. Then you turn it over and you got all these like bananas in the brownie, and it's supposed to be something that's sweeping the South down here. They give me recipes.
Oh, yeah?
Every once in a while. Yeah.
Add a little marshmallow fluff right on top of that. Elvis Presley style.
I was thinking it would be good to do some peach cobbler and use the butter as like after a dressing, butter up your peach cobbler form as like a dressing, like instead of whipped cream, whipped can of butter. No?
There you go. You mix in some peanut butter with your bananas before you mix it in with your brownie, you see. Then on the top, you do a thin layer of...
It's a Reese's
of
banana.
the marshmallow fluff on top. And that's the Elvis Presley style.
Like a run by.
All right, enough about sweets and can of butter.
No, never enough. I'm looking up recipes now. Shit.
Ooh, good call, Walter. Good call.
So, I mean, essentially, to decarb, you don't want to go above like I'm pretty sure mine is 280 in my head. I keep finding 250 everywhere, but I thought it was 280. Maybe that is the temperature at which it becomes a problem. Is that why it's stuck in my head? I used to play quite a bit in the day. In Oregon, I think is where I would play when it was quite legal.
It's got to be different once it's mixed with something, because the brownies, like I said, they bake at a higher temperature than that, and it doesn't. You still
and you're still good. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody makes brownies.
It's got to be a whole thing. Yeah, but everybody's brownies don't get you fucked up.
Mine definitely did.
In personal experience. Anyway.
Ask
in Oregon.
Awesome Austin. Did you talk to Awesome Austin the night before? Awesome Austin. Rico.
I prefer. No, I'm good with Austin.
Did you see him the night before Flattoberfest? You know how we all went to the billboard and walked to the hotel?
I missed that. The guy I was supposed to ride in with just bailed on me totally, so I had to. No, I didn't make it.
Okay, well, yeah, you would have seen his eyes; they were like closed and like super. He ate one brownie, and it was like 4 hours later. I saw him. He was like, "Dude, that brownie!" And yeah,
then I'll shut the fuck up. I guess
you could blindfold him with dental floss.
Yeah, I ate 2 of them one time because one I just I felt good. Then I ate 2 brownies, and it felt like I ate 500 milligrams again. They were big brownies. They weren't little bites. They were, like 4 bites brownies.
Went around looking like James Franco. There we go.
Dude, I could get wasted on one hit of ditch weed right now. I haven't done any drugs in so long.
It feels good to clean out there every once in a while, isn't it?
Yeah, it really does, actually.
Well, I definitely drink a whole lot of wine, though, so I'm not trying to pretend
Yeah,
like
but your
I'm
THC receptors do get a little gunked up to me after a few years. You need to.
Yeah, I've heard people say that.
Break.
I've heard people say that too.
I want to get back into it, but after last year, I just know it's going to be so bad.
Why you think that, sir?
I tell you
what are you predicting, Rico? What the hell?
There's a lot of, I told you offline or off stream that I lost both of my brothers last year, and it's just a messed up year. And I just know it's when I get high, I'm gonna zoom in on that thought.
Oh,
that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm worried about. It's not.
You meant.
I've smoked weed my whole life. I think I got high for the first time I was 13, but now it's almost like a mild bad mushroom trip.
Well, so if you're sitting around by yourself dwelling on things, that would be a thing that would happen most likely. But that setting, even though it isn't quite the psychedelic experience, it can become that. And definitely introspection, emotional focus. It could be a thing. I've had times where it was like, damn, why won't I stop thinking about that shit? Especially when I would get, a little buzz going. And you deal with it and get it dealt with, I guess.
That's why I want Austin to take me camping. I want my Flat Earth or Truther brothers to take me out and get me wasted somewhere where I'm not around people. And,
You know what? I was within the last 18 months was the first time I'd ever tried mushrooms, and I've tried them 3 separate times, and I cannot get myself to want to be around other people when I take them. All I want to do is isolate. All I want to do. Second time was 4th of July, and it was like a 7-gram dose, and I just chugged the tea.
Oh my goodness!
I
wouldn't want to be
a hero dose
either.
It was like 6.
I was going to say,
3.5
being around other people or other people who are in the same mental state.
Anybody,
no one.
Even my
that's
wife.
2 different things.
Nope, even my wife. I literally would grab a blanket and just want to go into a cocoon, and I think that's what it's telling me. I really think that's what she's telling me.
That I know exists. I've achieved it. I know friends who actually overachieved it, where it's that place where you kind of are just pure essence. You disconnected from things. Like you're trying to go to that place where you're pure connection to source, like we are originally, and all these bony shells that have walled off our pituitary gland. I mean, our that thing we see with third eye.
Our kneecaps.
It's triggered. It's open. It's fucking flared up. It's maxed out. So the fact that it takes you to that place where you can't take the input that it's getting to you, maybe is part of that. Maybe,
Yeah.
Or at least that's where we got. Like it got to a point where it was like, okay, I don't even feel like a person anymore. And I think at that point you're not connected to this avatar thing anymore like you are 24/7.
Right. Have you guys ever done DMT? Anybody?
Yes. I know a guy.
Yeah. I'm terrified of it. I got so many demons. I think I would probably get murdered by demons or raped by one, which I'd pay for. But
I feel it's being touched by Christ.
DMT is it can be very extreme. It can.
I heard.
It's
Think of you're going to the carnival and you see the big octopus ride, and you're like, dude, I don't like octopuses. You're like, no, but really, it's just a ride. You think you prepare yourself, you take your ride, you come back, and you're like, all right, that was a ride.
Good. That was cool, right? Yeah. You're not there, and plus, it's not
I get it.
Like
you're scared of octopuses, but the point isn't about the shape of
hours.
Right. That's what I don't. That's what scares me. Is I need to know when I can get off this ride.
This quick,
I know ecstasy's gonna be 3 hours. My ecstasy do like 3 hours, and I know my junk's gonna hurt, and it's over. What?
Have you ever done salvia?
No, sir. I'm sorry I said that. Oh, sorry, Cami. Your face is not on the screen. I forgot you were there when I said that. Salvia.
Yeah, it's salvia. Yeah, it's
It's a man who
kinda
needs
like
more alone
DMT.
time.
It lasts about 15 minutes. Now, the last time I did DMT, it was like
see,
made in a lab, and that shit, I was like tripping balls for like 40 minutes.
yeah, I was going to tell you
Wow.
that too. It depends on the strength and where it derived and things like that. It can
Salvia
be
or DMT?
30 minutes is the
DMT.
average of what I've read about, and I've never done it. I've only read. Oops, sorry, and then seen things about it in documentary. The first time I saw it, actually, even as a word, was in a book I read, Altered States, years ago by Patty Chayefsky, way before the movie came out. And then the movie came out, and they kind of took it and turned it into this amazing scene with this girl who's she's a schizophrenic, and they give her the DMT, and she just like chill, like she's flailing at the room, and she just starts chilling and says, it feels like my heart's being touched by Christ. And so from that point on, I'm like, well, I need to see what DMT is all about, but never had access, never knew enough about it to make it happen for myself. Just know from what I've read that, that averages about 30 with the really quality shit. Now, salvia, on the other hand, I don't know. I don't know what to make of salvia.
Have you guys seen that Joe Rogan?
Exactly like DMT, Walt. Exactly like DMT. It really is. You can't move. You can't move when you're on salvia.
I went to this place in Lafayette here locally that had like salvia, or I didn't know they had it. We went there looking for like just glass pieces or a pipe or whatever. And so we go into this. It turns out to be like somebody's house. Oh shit! The screen changed. Or am I tripping again? Is this flashback?
I don't know what to do with my hand.
Tis both.
Anyway,
I don't know what to do with my hand.
So we walk in this place. It's basically somebody's house that they put counters in and have glass in there. And there's like, okay, what's going on in here? It's really weird. And she asks, like, for some reason, out of nowhere, she asks us, have we ever tried salvia? And I'm like, no, what's that about? And so she offers us some in a bong or something there on the counter.
That's insane.
Well, we didn't know. And so we each get
a little. No, that's insane that she offered it to you like that.
So we each got a little tiny, a pull, thinking it was like that old lettuce crap they would give you, at the local head shop with your purchase so that it was legal, herb burning. And it didn't do anything. So that's what I figured this would do. Well, I did feel it. And I'm like, well, this is interesting. Give me some of that. And took it home. But on the way home, I got to feeling a little strange. And I didn't really know enough about it. So I just chunked it in the freezer and went on the internet, early internet, like 2099, something like that. And started looking it up. And I started seeing all this shit about the indigenous uses and how they would use it to talk to their ancestors and all this kind of shit. And I was just terrified of this stuff. And one night I just said, fuck it. And got myself a nice icy bong and put a bowl in there and got a big lung full and held it for a second. When I blew that shit out, I felt these electric sticker vines. That's what it was in my head. They were electric sticker vines growing up from the earth through my feet, into my body. And when that happened, all these voices in the room started talking about me, saying, yeah, he didn't know it was going to do that to him. Holy shit, he is going to freak out now. Watch. He's going to wind up thinking he has to go to the hospital. Watch. And dude, they were literally talking about how I was starting to feel, because that feeling of electrical shit going through my body was starting to freak me out a little bit. And these people in the room were talking about me that weren't there. Dude, fuck that shit. I never did it.
Oh my God. Have you guys heard that Steve-O talk about when he was on all those drugs and he was like really, really tripping balls, and he's alone in his apartment and a bunch of people start coming, like filing through the door and some of them through the wall, and they surround him. And he basically hallucinated an intervention. And no, find the story. He told the story on Joe Rogan, and some of the hallucination people were familiar to him, and it was a full blown. He still believes that there was something real and spiritual to it, and for him to be like surely he's agnostic. Like, atheism's dumb, but I think he claims to be an atheist, but I don't want to get into how dumb that is. But either way, all these people like file in the room and he has the intervention and his punchline's the best. He's like, you know, you're in fucking bad shape when your hallucinations are worried about you.
Yeah, I mean, salvia, it can get so intense. To me, it's just like DMT. Me and my cousin tried to smoke a bowl of it. You know, I mean, we were taking one hitter fulls, and it's like 15 minutes of you're not there. You're like floating above yourself, and then there's shit going on around you that isn't really there. So we decided, hey, we're going to try and smoke a bowl. We each got like maybe 3 hits into it, and then the effects take over. We couldn't get any more than that. So I come to, and I'm holding the bowl in my hand, and I come to my cousin shaking my arm. And he's looking at me with these crazy eyes, and he goes, Cuz, where are we? And I had to look around for a second. We were watching some like medieval type movie, and like I was in the battle of that movie. And I looked around and I was like, oh shit, we're in your living room. He's like, oh, okay, good. So yeah, I mean, it's that intense to
I
where,
got one. Sorry.
yeah,
Hey, go.
like we're in his living room, and he's asking me where are we? No joke.
Wow.
I have never heard of it before now, and I'm looking it up. And Salvia Divinorum, which means sage of the diviners.
Right.
Wow.
Literally,
cool.
it tells you what it is. Sage. It's beautiful. Plant species with transient psychoactive properties. Chewing, smoking, or as a tea. Leaves contain opiate-like compounds that induce hallucinations. Yeah. But diviner sage.
It was
I've heard
the
at
first
least
time.
3 different people tell me when they did it, it turned them or parts of their body into objects. One lady's arm turned into a school bus. Another guy's arm turned into part of like a chair that he was sitting in. And what was the other thing that happened to her leg? I can't remember. Her leg turned into an object. It was like, why is this turning folks into transforming like things? What the hell? Anyway, sorry.
Like a Voltron.
Go right.
I got a story for you. Definitely the biggest production, financially, the biggest record I was ever part of. We were in a smaller studio just doing pre-production, like finishing up. You guys know what that means? Like you got like loose songs written, but a guy smarter than you comes in and makes them good.
Right, absolutely.
So we were doing
wish I had one of
pre-production.
those right now.
Yeah, and actually the producer of that project, his name is Steve Thompson. He actually mixed Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses, and Injustice for All for Metallica, and straight up produced Korn's third record. I don't remember the name of it, but Steve Thompson. And we were there doing pre-production, and I was in my I wasn't like strung out on anything, but I was in my I'll do cocaine here, I'll do ecstasy there. I was in my ecstasy phase real bad. And I met this guy to get some, and it's way cheaper if you get 10 at a time. And I ended up doing 7 hits of this really strong ecstasy. And I'm rolling really, the rolling's when you get high. I'm rolling really, really hard. And the guys are like, okay, the rest of the night's useless. Let's just go home. And, we hug and I'm going to get out of here, go home to my wife. So I go home and I get to my apartment. I walk in the door and I'm just feeling just amazing, just surreal, like tripping. I go in the bathroom and wash your face, which feels really good, and take off your socks and shoes and socks, and rub your feet on the carpet. I go back into my living room and I have 2 couches. My camera's backwards. I'm not going to be doing this. 2 couches that on the left couch is my guitarist and his girlfriend. And on the other couch is my bass player and his girlfriend, and they're watching TV. And I don't want to stand in their way, so I kind of stand against the wall in between the 2 couches and lean over, and I'm like just, really high. And I look up at the TV, I'm watching TV. I look over at my guitarist, and he gives me the typical, kind of disappointed that I'm just a little bit too, on drugs, and he just does his little typical like, oh man, come on, you can get better than this. And then it hits me, and I'm like, can't even open my eyes. I look down, I'm like, oh my god, I said goodbye to them at the studio. There's nobody here. Oh my god, oh my god. I walk over, and the light wasn't even on. The TV wasn't even on. I walk over, turn on the light, and no one's there. Like I had hallucinated the whole thing. I was standing out of the way of people that weren't there so they could see the TV. I swear to God, like I had like a little moment with my guitarist even. Like the whole thing, just none of it happened in my head.
That's wild.
That's
True story. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, my bass player didn't even have a girlfriend. Like I don't even know who she was. So
yeah, and back to the Salvia real quick. First time I did it. That's why I fell in love with it so much.
we know Life of Agony, Flat Earth Head. We played a bunch of shows with Life of Agony. We accused of ripping them off. Yeah. I'll send you links later.
God. Yeah, I need
we
to
get
hear this
accused of
music
sounding
that
like them a
ripped
lot.
off them, dude. They are one of my favorite underknown bands.
Yeah.
They should have been way bigger. I guess it was the origin of the album. It was, a little depressing, so maybe that's why it didn't take off as
Keith
that's
Caputa,
the only thing I could ever. Who was it? I can't remember who killed themselves, and that's kind of where the whole album thing is. But the album basically leads to the suicide of whoever the character is or whoever it was, their friend. I don't remember. It's been too many years ago. But yeah, when I saw that, what is it? The video they've got where they're all downtown and singing and shit. I can't remember the first one
I
had,
don't remember any video.
Hooked. Yeah, there was one video, and then from that I got the album. And
I'll send you links
rarely
later.
do you
We got
get
accused
that
of ripping
lucky
them off.
whole album being great from one good song, but it was. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely.
Chino from the Deftones was like,
yeah.
I had never listened to Life of Agony, and we were playing our very first like real demo, not like done like we paid for it ourselves, like a label demo for Chino and Abe. I believe Steph wasn't there. Chino and Abe, and I never heard of Life of Agony. He's like, "Wow, you guys sound a lot like Life of Agony." So obviously, like the next day or maybe that night, I went and listened to him. I was like, "Oh, we're definitely ripping them off." Thanks, singer guy. It was the vocals that. But either way, yeah, we were heavily ripping off Life of Agony and Deftones.
Yeah, I mean that's how a lot of music goes, though, right?
Oh yeah,
it's not ripping off. That's one of your muses, isn't? Copying someone one of the greatest signs of admiration.
That's the thing, though, is you got to be able to copy them that way. So when people hear it, they go, "Wait, I know that," but then they can't actually find the song you copied, ripped off, and get you in legal battles.
Yeah, and it's even easier for me because I'm the drummer. I can get really close to a beat that I'm obsessed with, and I'm like the canvas, and the rest of the guys are the paint. So by the time they add to that, it's unrecognizable that I'm not original at all.
There was some video I just watched recently, like yesterday or so, about the like famous songs that were actually so derivative that they caused lawsuits, like the whole Joe Satriani and who was that shitty band that ripped him off that was real popular?
I don't know. Joe Satriani, that's the guy from David Lee Roth? Or?
No, that's Steve Vai. That was the guy who taught Steve Vai, actually, Joe Satriani.
By the way, I'm glad it's a flat Earth show. I definitely spent all day thinking about flat Earth stuff, and we just talked about drugs.
You know
and
how
music.
long we've been talking about flat Earth? Real quick, in chat, I dropped the link for the video that I first saw of Life of Agony. It's called Through and Through. That's the song. And dude, if you want it there, I'll drop it for you too, Rico. But yeah, check them out. Cool. In fact, a little teaser, when we do our post-show after-party music fest, I'll play that video for you guys. Teaser, teaser, teaser. If you're not subbed, well, I guess you'll have to sub to somebody over there on Rockfan to get to see such a good video.
I saw that.
Am I good at advertising or what? Where are you at, David?
I can name drop now. I'm not in the music industry, so I saw that. Fam, Ryan. Butthole. No, I do a lot of name dropping now. But I can now. It doesn't matter. Like, who cares?
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's all. And like I said, I definitely want to hear your jam. I want to hear it for sure. Send me a link later.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we can play some on the show after we get to our rock fan only show.
And I don't know.
because
Did
of
we talk
copyright?
about
I
this?
don't know that would be a thing anymore.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
saying that's what we're trying to do now is since we're
Or
be doing
publishing,
it on
yeah.
a paid only, like whatever it is, subscription only.
There you
after
go.
show.
Now you
We
play
feel that-
guitar, right, Rico?
Drums, I heard.
No, I'm not even a musician. I'm a drummer.
Okay. Do you fiddle with the guitar or anything
I could
else?
barely play
Great,
enough
dude.
to write songs. Like I play guitar like a drummer, very percussive, like a not delicate. I can't. My pinky doesn't work at all. I cannot. I can play a power chord. There you go.
Well, I'll
all
tell you
my
this,
fingers
friend.
work, and I can't play a power chord, so you got one up on me.
Right, power chord is the secret to most rock music, and dude, being able to play the drums to me is a far more impressive skill set. That is so much.
I was just gonna say most drummers are the
separation
best musicians I know.
I'm gonna buy you guys drinks.
Yeah, every drummer I know, they can usually they get instruments
Right,
for some
Blakey?
reason.
Right,
They just get it.
chord.
Like you could pick up a guitar and get real good at it a lot quicker than somebody who doesn't play drums. For
Look at
some, I don't know
Grohl.
why.
Look at David
Really?
Grohl. He's a drummer,
Yeah.
and he picked up the guitar and started playing it in drum beat patterns and wrote Everlong, one of the craziest, hardest to play little riffs that sounds so simple, but when you start trying to play it, if you're not a drummer, it's got a weird pattern.
Maybe that's how Don McLean's Starry Night Vincent goes. Because I cannot get that fucking song down. I can't even
what's
get
the
the
other one?
first little
Hero.
riff.
Think about the rhythm for Hero, that song. That's a pure drum beat. Anyway, sorry. We're talking a lot of music tonight, folks. If you have flat Earth questions, please.
Yeah, I do
put them
have
in
a
the
flat
chat
Earth thing.
All right, you go, Rico.
Today is my 7-year flat Earth anniversary.
Well, happy
anniversary,
Rico.
And I have a lot of music guilty pleasures.
That's recorded.
And my current one that I never tell anybody, especially like on a live internet stream, is Ghost. I don't even want to talk about it, but 311 used to be that. And
I was going to come in with some 311
watching,
music.
It was 311 day, March 11th, and I was just in a great mood. It was really fucked up on liquor at the time. And I finally was like, you know what? I don't know why these flat Earth videos are in my feed. I watched a lot of truther stuff, but I was mostly into big pharma and government and the Fed. You know what I mean? Like the early truther stuff.
Yeah, Alex Jones type stuff.
Yeah. Like diet woke. But I finally watched one, and I'm so glad it was on 311 days, so I had an actual date. And I think I told this on the last time I was here, but it was Eric Dubé was on the Higher Side chats, but it was on Eric's channel, and he had put animation over the interview so you knew what he was talking about. And I would say easily 90% there by the end of that video. Like for some reason it connected. There's things that didn't make sense to me my whole life, and I was there. And 7 years later, here I am. I'm happy flat Earth birthday to me. I'm just glad I have the date.
Now that you say it, I think, isn't that pretty much a lot of people, March of that year, it was being pushed. I mean, it came through everybody's feed. Everybody was going, what? I'm not watching that stupid shit for a couple of weeks. Or some people immediately clicked, but I was going like, flat Earth.
Yeah.
And kept watching my little UFO I was moon videos that got me there because I was watching lunar wave stuff I found after I saw crazy shit on the
crow stuff. Yeah.
Yep,
well,
crow stuff. That's where
I
I
always have been
it.
a moon watcher, sky watcher. I always have telescopes.
I remember
just
that.
got my son some astronomical binoculars, and I was outside, had them on a tripod, was really getting some real straight, clear looking at the moon, and saw weird shit. Now, what I saw seemed to be more of a melty moon, not wavy moon, but that led me to crow, and I'm like, what the fuck is the moon? And for a while, I was doing the whole holographic sky. Are we in a sim? There was some stuff showing menus that was appearing on people's telescopes and shit in the sky and crap. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, here come these flat Earth videos, just like most of us. Oh shit, did I kill him? I killed him. I have killed Rico.
He said, "Fuck it, you guys are lame
Dude
as
said,
fuck."
"Fuck!
I've been here for like an hour,
Not only
and
is
you're
their
just
music
now
taste
talking
bad, they're flat earthers. I'm
Jesus
out."
Christ.
And he's gone.
Come back, Rico.
Rico. There he is. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hog the conversation. I'll shut up, Rico.
Oh no, that was a great story. I was definitely here for it. No, I'm sorry. My son was in the bathroom and I heard a loud noise.
Oh, absolutely. That's
or
absolutely.
bathtub and
yeah. Oh no,
I
definitely
just
handle that.
Had a freak out.
When you hear a 30-pound head hit the floor, you got to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah,
my wife didn't become a flat earther for another 8 months, and that was awkward.
That's about exactly the time frame that Shell and I went through. She spent the first couple of weeks just sending me the usual Vsauce and all the shit I'd already dispensed with, immediately like, oh, that's not even realistic. Let's get on to some science and then find some people. And then she started watching like the Globe, because I would be hogging the TV on Tuesday nights watching the live ISS feed, and she would see it happening as I was seeing it happening live, the flubs, the mistakes. And then people started breaking down videos. And so she finally fell away from NASA like I did. And then boom. Now she starts sending people shit. I'm like, you go, girl.
Man, at least
She's not
gave
as
him
militant as the rest of us, but she definitely doesn't fall back when the conversation starts that way. And she definitely looks for shit to send me all the time.
Does she have a college degree?
No, she went like I don't know. I say most of us went for, a year or 3 or whatever. I think she went for 2 years.
Because I feel like that's why my wife had,
right, the more educated, the harder to get past. Well, my struggle was NASA, man. I had done that. I had gone through all the astrophysics and all that shit. I wanted to work at NASA. That was what I grew up from age 2. Literally wanted to be an astronaut. So that was my hump.
You got the right stuff, man. You could ride the tip of a rocket, man. Hey,
it was David Bowie. That's what did it. Rocket.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Cami, are you there?
I am here.
You know how I had a question about the shutter speed and the pictures of the Earth in 1973? The last time, you remember that?
No, but go ahead.
I would like to hear that.
I'm trying to remember. I'll remember when you talk more.
Well, it's a different question, but it's one of those things that I can't quite work out. I was doing the mental exercises and going through. Well, I'll just tell you that one again, I guess, and then go to my new one.
You know what? It is starting to ring a bell now. I'm going back to it and saying would it have been possible with the shutter speeds? I think we did. But go ahead.
The Earth rotation being what is it, 1,038 miles per hour? Is that
right?
Right. Well, spinning that fast with the shutter speed they would have had, the picture of Earth would be impossible. And then I was like, well, maybe it's so big, it does take 24 hours to turn around, that it wouldn't matter. But then I did the mind exercises that if you backed way away from it, then it would be, a basketball spinning at that speed, so it becomes relative. And I still can't work it out if that's a good proof that there's no photos. Well, and I still can't work it out. So that's why I wanted you to throw it at Bob. I have a new one that I thought of.
That's very interesting.
I love looking at things.
Thank you. I can't tell if
no, I was just contemplating. That's why I was
no, you have to get
quiet.
the visual.
Like, you gotta,
I
honestly
think about spinning the basketball one time a day and thinking, would you see it or would it on the shutter speed?
Right.
And the smartest and exposed, yeah.
Yeah. And a couple of the smartest people I know are so indoctrinated that I don't want to ask them what they think about it because they're Globers. So if it's really just a bad idea, then I just don't want to feel humiliated. So I'm just stuck with it.
No, the deeper you think about it, the more it's not a bad idea. They might come up with a glossy overview, but if you sit there and put everything in motion, it's not a bad question at all.
I'm gonna go ask my wife. She'll probably have a good idea, or at least ponder this a little bit.
I can't work it out to save my life, and I've done the time with it. I've really thought about this a lot.
Well, she and Jonathan
I used a merry-go-round. Sorry, go ahead.
Like I say, she and Jonathan from Jersey had a long conversation about the photography settings required on the cameras they took with the lenses they took, that they would be needed with the light exposure and things like this, and kind of went through and how did they get the pictures they got and as many as they got with the film and the canisters and shit like this. I'll be real curious because
especially the ones with the Earth in it. I mean, you can't do all that great surface shit and then suddenly pop into that sky and get that beautifully fake squared up in the background, as we know.
Well, here's the thing about photography.
Well, we know that's fake. I'm just trying to make.
Well, they do it in their head.
But anybody who knows
fake,
photography knows that fixed shit, which it was fixed. They couldn't adjust that shit with their clothes.
And Dixie and Jonathan both did the same thing. They said, well, these are the conditions. So they're like, all right, so your shutter speed's going to be this, your exposure is going to be this. And then they went through like, if I was going to shoot this shot, here's what my settings would be. They both did it independently and they both got the same settings. And they came, pretty dang close to what they had there on the moon pictures. So I'll be real curious when they have that picture of the Earth in the background. Mm-hmm. What with that shutter speed, with that Earth that's really spinning.
Yeah,
I would almost think that Dixie or somebody really good at photography and taking pictures would be. I mean, we can look at it from Bob will take it from a technical aspect, but the fact of the matter is he's not a professional photographer, nor has he had much time. Again, manually setting settings on a camera. So I would think somebody that sets up their shot would have a lot better conversation on that. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, right on. Well, I got a new one. I thought of it yesterday, which is the aerodynamics of missiles work because of the speed, right? So, I mean, I'm totally with David Weiss that what we're seeing is, well, one of the versions of one of the parts of the parlor trick is helium and balloons, and that's why it turns on its back because of the weight. I'm with that, but say you did believe that it was a thing and people could handle going that fast. Like the whole thing's ridiculous, but the speed that a rocket takes off, I hate that the camera's backwards. The speed that it takes off that you see on video, that's not fast enough for aerodynamics of that weight. Wouldn't just the rocket turn over? Like aerodynamics only works if you have enough speed, right? So with the relative
until they figured out they had to fake it with those rigid balloons, that's what kept happening. That's why they had so many of those early tests that were showing that exact thing happening.
Really?
It's literally crumpling at the launch pad or going up a few feet and immediately flipping over and going straight down. Just, look for old school rocket tests and you'll see if it fails. That's why they have to
I'm not wrong
that rigid balloon. Not at all. The rigid balloon technology they use now that we kind of have had pretty much a lot of proof shown to us of. In my way of seeing it anyway.
Yeah, you watch a missile take off and it's like, a bottle rocket. And for the word spaceship to me is just silly, but right. So at that speed, with that kind of weight, and I love when Globers try to give me the mainstream narrative stuff. I'm not stupid. I know there's like a gyroscopic thing, and they have their little cone rockets that balance out. But even at that, with that much weight and all the pressure coming from just the bottom at that speed and that kind of weight, I wish this wasn't backwards. It was just kind of like you think how flat earthers talk of propulsion in space, without air or aerodynamics, it would just kind of go out of. Same thing, it would just kind of topple over. It wouldn't be able to use the aerodynamics because it's not going fast enough.
Well, now they can land them upright, though, Rico. Come on, man. Get with it.
Oh, no, I know.
Rico, I have one back at you. Because to me, it's like, because that's why I work on the map and the new things, because it's like, how many different ways can you take it apart? But if you're in that rocket, right, the person's in the rocket, you know how the people to watch it have to be how many miles away because the sound is so loud and damaging and that. And yet your rocket has to be lightweight and that. What is your soundproof conditions like? Because you just killed yourself with sound. If you're going to take the technical specs into it, you didn't survive the initial takeoff because of the fact that you're too close, and the amount of sound in that would just rip your body apart. So it's like I don't know. You can look at it from the rocket won't work. No, none of the different things would work on it, especially if you put a human in it.
I've heard smarter people than me, like you guys, tear this apart so many ways. But when I find a new angle, I want to just put it out there in the truthiverse and see if it's something that might be something.
Catch somebody that doesn't know. It might be just a little piece that makes them look into it more. I guess we have to keep on putting those out. I've been in it like you, but longer than you. Where it's like I get so tired on that part and want the what is it? I'm focusing on the beauty and the realm we really do live on, while we're going by and still busting the other half of it. So it's a dichotomy.
Yeah. The reason why I think I work so hard on these, every little aspect of this is I have a good friend. Hope he will never hear this, but he's the co-host of my podcast, and he's 80% awake. I've even got him past NASA. Like the past 2 years have been really good for our relationship. He's woken up to a lot because of everything that has went down. But I even had our first episode is going to be David Weiss. I had him on to help me with it, and he was out sick.
Nobody does it better.
No, he did it. He did a really good job, and it went really well. But the worst part is I thought it went better than it did. And I'm sorry, his kids were sick. We worked together at Nissan too. So he was out for 2 days. So the anticipation, and I kept thinking about what was said here and there. And I'm like, oh man, he's got to be at least a little closer to waking up. And I see him at work and I'm like, so, are you any closer to, seeing that you don't live on a spinning water ball? And he's like, it broke my heart. If anything, I'm further. Like that was his statement to me.
I'm even more entrenched, bitch.
Oh my God, you wouldn't believe. And he definitely likes Dave. Like I don't think anybody could dislike Dave, but he was like, "Are you sure that sun fade out photo is real?" I was like, "Yeah, Dave did it." He's like, he went into some stuff like, it would light the clouds differently. Like he doesn't believe that's real. And he didn't like his answer for shadows on cloud, mountain shadows on clouds.
I don't see how anybody I guess because most people walk around with a fucking phone in their hand looking down, but you just spend a couple of weeks looking up at clouds in the sun, dude. It can't. How can it not be obvious that shit's happening locally? I don't get it.
And also pay attention. What people don't pay attention to is just walk around a lake and watch the beam of light follow you wherever you're going.
Right.
Look when you're driving out the windows and watch how it follows you and see again how your perspective and how your eyes filter everything you see in an electromagnetic, way, bringing it together into the lights and the different things like that. That part of it is you interact with it, and the lens of the camera will too, but you move where the lens is, you get a totally different color effect just by, again, turning a little bit and changing the angle.
I'm going to say the worst thing about my co-host right now, and just hope he doesn't see it. If he does, it's not that bad, but I'm kind of worried. Like we hit it off really fast. He's a really great guy. He went to see Sam Tripoli with me last weekend. I told him a couple months into trying to pitch Flat Earth to him, which it's been like probably 4 years. It's like, well, hey, it's cool. It took my own wife 8 months after me. It's cool. I'm kind of worried that the testosterone in him will, after he passed the 8-month mark, well, now he can't be, dumber than a female or something like that. Like I'm worried his ego won't let him see it now. And everything I throw at him, he immediately goes to like Red's rhetoric and fight to Flat Earth. He immediately runs to look for, in which, to be fair, I'm sure he thinks I'm doing the same thing. If he throws something at me, I'm going to look at, Bob or ODD or somebody. He's like,
but makes you think it's your job to swing him over.
Be able to throw. Oh, I'm sorry, Cami. Go.
No, that's okay. But you've made it like your focus. Seeds are planted, and at this point, it will always be his choice. And if he's somebody that likes taking another side of the debate or whatever, he could just be enjoying, again, the things back and forth where you're being disappointed because it's not a game to you. But it's not your job to, You learn that it's not your job is to plant seeds, but nobody is ever woken up in a debate or a flat out debate because you can reason them away either direction
All you can do is plant those
in your own
seeds.
little
It's hard
mind.
when you care for somebody. You know, when you
Right.
get
That's what
off,
it
like you
is.
said, man.
It is
it's
hard when you care for it, but you don't get to
want
make
them
that
see
decision
it,
for
you
them.
know? It's tough. It really is. I know with a lot of that ego thing, though, like you said, Rico, that's a huge part of it for a lot of these people, man. They built their whole personality on that degree that. And if it's not a degree, it's the time they spent making a self-education happen. Or I'm a farmer and I have some astronomy shit in my backyard. You know, that kind of person who built themselves on that. And if you break that for them, then what else? You know, now they got to recreate their whole avatar, you know, and that's a hard one for a lot. That's the hardest one for a lot of people to face. I mean, that was like me with NASA, dude. I was astronaut boy, UFO boy. I mean,
Well, yeah,
Oh,
it's
me
like
too.
being
what happens
born
to my
again.
moon flights and my UFOs? I got it. And that's the other thing. I think if you work
like
on
starting
that
over from
dismantling at
zero.
NASA is the key, I think, to so much. That's where I finally
Well,
had to
he-
break through with my buddy Drew. Is he finally?
I got him
saw-
there with NASA. Like
Well, that's
that
half the
that worked
battle,
out.
man. Hell, that's
And
80%
he's
of
a
the battle.
big Star Wars fan, and I'm not talking like
Yeah,
I
that's
think
tough.
Star Wars
That's
movies
the
are
tough
great,
one.
and Star Trek, and Avengers. And I was like, hey, by the way, you have to like kind of let go of reality to believe in movies anyway. I still enjoy these shows. Like I was worried that was the thing. And no, I don't give up on anybody. Like my best friend, rest in peace. He was a junkie, and I would still give him money, and still, I don't give up on people easy. I don't. And Dave's done this for me twice. He did. Did you guys watch a lot of Flat Earth Dave interviews? You guys?
Oh
We
yeah,
do.
I watch a lot of them.
Yep.
A few months ago, he went on a show called Unframe of Mind. He has a red beard. I don't know if you guys saw that one.
It does
And
seem familiar.
yeah, if you look back, I got him to go on that show, and this guy's an atheist, so it was even harder. And I've been trying to pitch it to him for 5 or 6 years. And Karen B in chat on that video was like, "Dude, really? 5 years? It's time to let go." But I just don't give up on people. Once I love someone, it's love. I'm still friends with pretty much every girl I've ever dated, except for on the road. Really, really dated. Sorry, Cami. Hard stop.
Great.
I'm the only guy on camera.
Yeah, it's kind of late in the show. We all are fading, I guess. No, I'm not. I've been off camera for a while now just because of some things that I'm working on. So when I get them all worked on and get it worked out, I'll be back all the time. You guys will get sick of seeing my ass.
I'm eating a nutty bar, so you'll have to.
I wish you
forgive
guys
me.
could see more of what's going on. I did so much work. That's Dave's.
We can give you
Frisbee.
complete,
That's
complete,
Wazoo.
utter.
Waters above.
Like, give him the screen, Josh. It is Rico's show now.
He
No,
should
don't do
have the
that.
screen. He should
Oh,
have it.
no, don't do that.
I'm fucking
Please
with
don't
you,
do that.
man. I'm fucking with you.
Okay, that's the Wazoo sticker. Waters
I
above
see you
and
bigger,
Zulu.
though. I can't even see you bigger.
That's every book that
Josh has full control of it all. Usually I can pin somebody and see everything, but it don't work now, Josh.
Chuck Palahniuk, he wrote Fight Club. That's every one of his books. If you're
dude, I love.
If you're a
Chuck
truther
stuff.
and haven't read his books,
I love Chuck stuff.
So he goes and learns all kinds of big truths and goes to meetings and AA meetings, and so like it's fiction, but it's full of stuff you would have never known.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
All right, and one last thing, that's the tinfoil sombrero that Nate gave me, commercial sound of video, and I'm done. You guys should be on camera. I'd stop talking.
The Patty Chayefsky book that got me really deep into a lot of esoteric psychedelic experiences early that I probably wouldn't have jumped off on so eagerly if I had not read so deeply about them, which led me to reading like, Castaneda and Terence McKenna. And, I had done a lot of psychonauting before I ever put the first drop on my tongue, so.
Who's your favorite author?
Of all time, or it's like truth or
I definitely want you to lie to me right now on this Truther podcast.
No, I'm saying like a truther author or like just an author in general, like writer.
just
'Cause
just your
I
favorite writer.
love fiction writers, and I don't know, dude. It's been hard because so many things have changed for me with the revelations that have come with the last 7 years. Again, that big anniversary. Some of my favorite things now have become things I literally despise because I see the hidden agendas. Some other things have changed just because they were so based on ET shit or alien shit, like the Castaneda stuff, years after those books came out, he kind of got into a whole weird place. I don't know what about his life you did study more about him. Carlos Castaneda, did you ever read the books, the Don Juan mysteries, any of that?
No, but I have friends that have.
Do you know what
I'm
it's
familiar.
basically
Yeah.
about? Right. Okay. So, well, in later life, as with a lot of people who apparently get, some fame and some whatever, it became this whole, I don't know. I really don't remember the details. I just know it really kind of freaked us all out. But that kind of has happened with a lot of my favorite, like Richard Bach, dude. He used to be one of my favorite fictional writers. His Tales of a Reluctant Messiah book is one of the most illusions. Tales of a Reluctant Messiah. Again, if you haven't read it, go find it now. If you can find the hardback, then you're lucky. That's the one I have. But years later, like after the whole story of him and his wife and
Wait, what's it called?
Traveling. I'm sorry, what?
Tales of a Reluctant Messiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've just got the paperback. I'm pretty sure I've got the paperback somewhere.
Right. It's good too.
Hey, Josh,
but
will you
does it have
send
the
my email
stained
address
like
and
the
phone
ink
number
stained
to Walt?
pages? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sure
please
will.
send that to me. Yeah.
No, I was just saying. I just want to exchange information. I'd like to have because I think we go on about music.
I think we would never shut up. Right.
I'm worried the chat or the audience is not zoned in.
Right.
Do we have a captive audience?
A lot of people. I love I love Stephen King still. I think his Dark Tower series is one of the truest books.
The Dark Knight.
Truest experiences I've ever had. Like it was like that was a true story. To me when I read it, that's how it was put together, and like you knew it when you felt it. I don't know, but you had to have read the lifelong experience of Stephen King like I grew up with. I literally hooked on him at Salem's Lot. I remember my buddy Drew giving me that book going, dude, this is the best vampire story ever, and then immediately after that, the Shining movie hit, and I got that, and then I found The Stand on my aunt's bookcase, and that was it.
Yeah, so, I read it when I was really young. I think
one of
8th
my
grade,
and one of my favorite books ever.
It hints at the
Crimson King himself.
No, not just that. It hints at the female character's dad. What's going on there in the movies?
All right.
The book goes into it.
That shit gets deep.
That's a dark book, man. But I love it.
That's man, his stuff is visceral. Like his Bag of Bones book. Did you read that one?
I hadn't read that. His son's pretty good too.
I would highly recommend no one read Bag of Bones because it will make you so angry, so hurt, so emotionally torn apart. Like I was mad at Stephen King. I would have fucked that dude up for doing that to me after I got through with that book. He's a visceral, gut punchy writer. That's why his shit's so good. Because a lot of people like, oh, he's a scary writer. It's not. He is a people observer who is key at like creating those people. They are real characters, and when things happen to those people, it's a gut punch. It can be really.
Hey, can I talk about something off topic real quick?
Please do, sir.
We don't know exactly. Oh, James True is in the chat. What's up, brother?
What is up, True Train? Another amazing author. We never did finish that Truther list. Another amazing author who's a top on my Truther list of authors. Dude, I've got his book right there.
I'm a little starstruck right now. Speaking of starstruck, the first time I met ODD a couple years back, I was like, hey, it's so cool to meet you, man. Like, honestly, your videos are so good. Like, you know how everybody in Flat Earth or Truth has their, like, we know that, like, Bob's and Cami's a science guy, and, I don't know, Weiss is good at presentation. Everybody's got their, like, their niche. man, I was so excited to run into ODD, and I was like, man, it's weird. I haven't felt starstruck, kind of like not full blown starstruck, but like I told him, I was like, man, I've hung out. Okay, this is going to show my age and whenever I was, on a label, but like I'm friends with like Fred Durst and like I've toured with Korn and Deftones, and I was doing full blown name dropping. I'm like, but I haven't been nervous in a long time, and this is just really cool to meet you. Like, I think you're super great, and I support you any way I can. And he's like, I could tell he was a little overwhelmed, and I'm like, wow, this is the opposite of what I expected. I didn't expect him just to be a person. He's like, I think he's so amazing and so smart. I'm not a rap guy, but he's so good at what he does there. And I ran into him the next day. It was Solar Return, the year that I played with Jason and Baldini. And we were chatting because I was like, hey, you know what would be really cool is, you remember when Jay-Z did the Unplugged with the Roots, like they broke down the tracks and did it acoustically. I was like, hey, if you want to do something cool like that, man, I could throw down. Like, funk is my original thing, which rap is just linear funk, And he's like, cool. And he's like, by the way, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said.
That is an epic
He's like, I couldn't
description.
stop thinking about what you said about sweating me. And I just don't get it. I'm like, well, you're like doing something, but it's important. Like, Limp Bizkit's womanizing, and Korn's talking about how you can't get over your traumas and all that crap. That was, it's empathy. Like, you're fucked up, I'm fucked up, there's nothing we can do to get better, so let's be fucked up together, is what all the music is about. Like, there's no hope there's no growth, there's no truth. It's just,
well, yeah, that was like the whole grunge movement right there.
Yeah, yep,
And
absolutely.
there was a lot of that in new metal too.
Yeah, I didn't even understand I had a traumatic childhood until Pearl Jam told me that I was like, that daddy didn't give attention, and the boy was something mommy wouldn't wear.
Yeah.
That's great.
But no, like, yeah, man. And that wasn't like starstruck, but it was just like, oh man, I really respect this guy, and his videos are so good. Like,
yeah, he's excellent production value across the board, and a great guy. He came on our show, early on. And
really cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
With us. He was
he gave me his number. Like, we text. He's a really nice guy. It's just cool, like, to know that what I thought was cool and the people I thought I should sweat. You know what? Steph from the Deftones, we leave out of this conversation because he's on our side now, but he's a cool guy. I got some stories that I would never.
They just had a shake-up. Didn't they just get rid of their bass player and then somebody just
yeah.
What the hell?
Their second bass player. Yeah. Which is a bummer. He's a good guy.
He's a good,
I love him.
His vibe.
Yeah, he was. Well, his band before that, Quicksand, was amazing too.
Dude, I love Quicksand. So
well, he's their
bass CD. I did not realize it. Why did I not know that?
Still is actually, but there's not that big of a band, so no one knows. Yep, he's Quicksand's bass player.
See, that's going to be a song. I'm going to find a Quicksand video for After Party right there, right now. I'm doing that. Hit me hard.
Word.
It's literally one of my CDs that is in my little like round. It goes everywhere I go. CD case. Like, if I go spend the night somewhere, if I go on somebody's ride, it goes with me. It's one of them in there.
Hey, speaking of great music, not me. Like, this is definitely not me, but this really uncool guy I knew. He told me that the Ghost album that came out today is amazing. Like, it's unreal. They went prog rock, just let go of the imagery. It's not me, because I'm not definitely secretly into him, but he said you've got to hear the new Ghost record.
Really? Is that what he said? You should grab him by his lapels and shake him and just beat him about the head and shoulders until he realizes what.
It's so good. It's unreal. I mean, from what I've heard,
one
I don't
thing I've just not sampled yet. I was so thrown off by the imagery, and I was just like,
"Oh, forget about that." Oh no, man! If I would have seen that first, I probably would have never listened to him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Think about this.
I miss so much like that, though.
Imagine someone coming to you with Flat Earth and showing you a disc in space. That is Ghost.
Right. That's it. There you go. And I figured that. I actually kept thinking every time I see his little stupid little bishop hat, I go, I bet I should be listening to this. I did the same thing with Mudbang. Like when they hit, I'm like, oh man, not another Slipknot. What are we doing? And I
I know
didn't
those guys
listen.
too.
And then a
Those are-
buddy hit me with their like behind the scenes making of the Dig video, and I'm like, these dudes are fucking nuts. And I
Yeah.
got into them and loved it
Yeah.
from that point on. So yeah,
I've met them. The only guy I really talked to is that really, really small guy, the bass player. But
Ryan,
you know,
dude, Ryan is one of my like. I don't play bass, and he's an epic guitar player to me. He is
Mhm.
phenomenal. If you
Mhm.
guys haven't checked out Ryan Martini, go now. His
Yeah.
band, the Elephants. What is it?
Helmet. Yes, right.
No, the Elephants band. Fuck. Ryan's other band. Let me go find it, dude.
I have no idea.
I've got 8 things I'm trying to look for right now. Good
Hey, can I
God.
say while you're looking for
go.
it, can I say
You
something
go.
kind of off
Yeah.
topic? Yeah. So Nathan, Commercial Sound and Video, called me or had me call him to talk about one of our own unindoctrinated, I guess is how you say it. He's in a bit of a pickle right now, and I have talked like I was supposed to talk to Nathan before the show before I talked about it, but I'm just going to give you the broad strokes here. But I can get him a job. He's homeless, and Nathan can scoop him up, give him a ride, and I can donate towards it. We might need to put him up somewhere for long enough for him to get a couple paychecks. We don't have anything set up yet, but this is a big deal and something we're trying to like. I've already talked to my boss. He's got a job, so we're going to start something up. I don't know if they're going to do a GoFundMe. You guys can talk in chat.
Well, I just threw the PayPal link for Ryan there into the link to chat.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
but if you guys have something going, let us know, and we'll definitely
you know what?
promotion to the hell out of it, dude. We definitely
Nathan told me to
friends.
call him, and I called him, and I got home from work and just had to rush to get on here on camera. So I called him, and he called me back, but I was already backstage with you guys. But man, this is a good guy. You know, he's been part of the gang for a while. So when this goes down, everybody cough it up, man. Like I've got him a job, so we're like food and a motel room for 3 or 4 weeks. And we got this guy fixed. Boom. And Nathan, other than Commercial Sound and Video, he drives a truck, so he can go out there and pick them up. And problem over, flat gang.
If it affects your decision whatsoever, I've given to Ryan a couple of times. I've tried to make sure that people, when they need it, they reach out. If I could give to every single person that needed it, believe me, I would. Man. If the universe only knew how much sharing I would do with a lotto win, they would have blessed me with it already, I think. But I don't play, so fuck them.
Yeah.
It's hard to win when you don't play.
This is true.
Yeah. Yep. I almost reached out to you guys one time when I told you I lost both of my brothers last year. We couldn't come up with the money to bury my little brother, and my wife's like, "Hey, what about your community, your flat earth guys?" I'm like, "Man, I just can't do it."
See, that's me.
I can give all day long, but
I'm like, I can't go to these people.
Yeah, same here.
I can't.
I couldn't do it. I just took out a loan. I just
I've
didn't want to.
I've got friends. There's some sitting right here that helped me when I definitely am in a bind. But for me to reach out and
it's hard. And I'm good friends with a lot of
many
you.
of it. Right. I know so many people's story, and I know how they struggle. That's why it's so hard for me to go, hey, I know you're fucking struggling too, but can you help me with mine? It's really tough. It's really all right. Maybe that's just me and you's personality. I don't know, because I know some people are more than willing to help, and it's just tough. It's tough.
Yeah. And I'm hypocritical too. If I find out someone in the community is hurting and didn't ask for help, I'll be like, idiot. But at the same time, I won't do it either. Like I just can't. Like,
my paychecks are about 115% spent by the time I get to
before they're even in them. Right before we get them. Right, that's my life.
But there is always in my priority list a small percentage of something that can always come out for somebody if it should need it, even if it's a couple bucks, $5. I can figure out a way to squeeze it out 9 times out of 10.
It's also tough to reach out during those times, Rico, because it's an emotionally trying time. And dude, if anybody can tell you, I understand that one with what I went through with Mom when she passed just a couple of years back. So that's another part of that equation that definitely makes it hard sometimes to reach out and ask for that help. So, and on that note, once I get your number, dude, anytime you want to talk about those things, I'm definitely here with that because, my God, I know it happens all too often in this world. Yeah, absolutely.
Sick.
Absolutely.
I've been thinking about it, and I think that would be a great business.
What's up?
Just someone to bitch to, you could call it. And I'm not a psychologist.
No, that's awesome.
No, I'm not laughing at the idea. I just love your name.
Yeah. If you want advice, I'll give you advice. If not, but just come in and vent. And none of it will ever, it's not going to be recorded. None of it will be shared with anybody. Venting is so important.
I'm releasing of anger.
In my office,
Wonder of the sun.
You know, the office, weather permitting, would be out in the woods or out by a creek or something like that. And you just sit out there by the creek and just let it all out.
Dude.
It would
help. You guys take me camping. I swear to God, I'm not
every
gay.
time I. Oh, sorry, go.
Yes. Come to Missouri. I will take you camping. Rico.
Right. But my joke with Michelle, every time I cook one of her little TV dinners for her or whatever in there, is like I'll grab the fork or the knife or whatever, and I'm slit a little bit. I'm like, why the fuck can't these people see what's going on? It's all lies. Are they going to ever turn off their fucking TV? She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, venting. Your mail said vent, so thought I'd get some of that out real quick. Sorry.
And there really is a satisfaction knowing that you can provide a safe place for somebody, that they can come in and scream their fucking heads off and say whatever it is they need to say. Like, whew, man, I only met like 80% of that shit, but thanks for being there, for listening to that 20% of bullshit that I put out there. It was pretty intense. So thanks for that. And I need to get that out of my, it's really cathartic on both ends. I think it's a big release for both people to be able to just take it, and we both exchange that. Transmute that shit.
The crowd I'm looking for in Flat Earth that is the Mikey J. What's his? You guys know who Mikey J is?
Mikey
KGUP. He's got his show.
Yep,
like everybody's been on there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
He's a aging skateboarder. I want a Flat Earth aging skateboarder, like the skaters that still want to wear knee pads at skate parks. I'm looking for that crew, or not even. They don't have to be Flat Earth, just truther. You know what, Flat Earther. But
there's some people in chat I know that are. I can look at and say, I know you, aging skater, Flat Earther, truther dude.
Yeah, but me and Mikey J bonded over that lately on over at Austin's Telegram. Awesome, Austin. I want to like find a way to like specify, like Dave's app's continually evolving. I guarantee he's going to find categories of like, this guy's in this weird genre of music, and this guy's a skateboarder, and this guy's a wakeboarder, and this guy's a, snowboarder. Like, so everyone knows what everybody's into other than truth. Truth's all our main thing, I could tell, but it'd be cool to like know categories,
Mm-hmm.
Like I just found out that Waters Above is a 311 fan, and she went to a Lollapalooza the year before me, and let's see, Miss Mayes. And
what year did you go, and where did you go to Lollapalooza?
I've been to a few.
I have too. That's why I wonder.
The first one I went to, it was the first time I saw Rage Against the Machine live, yes. Tool live. It was Lollapalooza in 1993.
Yep, that was mine.
Arrested Development was there, and Primus was there. Dinosaur Jr. was there.
Yep.
Tennessee.
Yep. Yeah. I'm so glad dude. I'm so glad I'm not the oldest guy in the room.
Now you owe me a watermelon.
Say horseshoes.
Epic.
I gave him a horseshoes.
Cami, you still here?
I am. I'm just being quiet because if I talk, I have to say I'm the oldest one in the room. So
you're not the oldest one in the room.
No, you can't be that much.
You're not the oldest one in the room. I am. Pardon? What was that, right? Rico? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, I was like, surely not.
Wait, but surely I am.
We've
Okay.
seen your sexiness on camera.
And don't call me
Bravo.
Shirley.
For most of my life, people would be like, like, I don't know, say I'm 30. People are like, are you 20, 21? Like, I really had it going on for a while. And then I guess, like, nature balanced things out. And now I'm suddenly like falling apart. Like, oh, yeah, you're definitely that age or older. So, like, I had my good times. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good with being 44 and being like really gray.
Yeah, me too. And I'm not really gray. I'm just really thinning. So I prefer gray. I prefer gray and thick to grayish and thinning. So I just shave it all bald. But
I'm
I think
about to go to bald, I think.
with a hat and a beard, I look about 44, I would say. Once I shave, then it's anybody's fucking guess. Nobody knows for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, and some of it's like more than gray. You see that? Like, I don't know what that is.
Blue. You're a blue
Super
hair.
blonde.
Does it
Super
look blue?
blonde. No,
No.
call that
That's-
super blonde. That's what you call that.
That's
Super
fun,
blonde.
isn't it? Either way, I didn't know I was
the
going.
blue.
I didn't even know I was going that gray
Let's
because
bring
when I was
back
still
the blue rinse.
when I was
Holy
still
shit, that'll be like the flat Earth thing. It's everybody has the blue rinse. I'm just-
What is blue rinse?
Oh God! See now, I
See,
am
this
the
is
eldest in the room.
where
Oh,
the
that's
blue
funny. I
hairs
know what
came
blue
from.
rinse is.
What is it? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Do you
Blue
remember
rinse.
seeing all the pictures of the
So
old ladies with the
they're kinda
blue
got that
hair?
bluish
Hair?
hair. It's like this
Like a
shampoo. Well, they used to go to the shop and get that done, but you can
Yeah.
actually get it in a
You
bottle.
get it done
these
bluing, yeah.
days. Yeah. And
Supposedly,
it's supposed to
yeah.
take the brassiness out of the silvery gray hair and make it more manageable
grayer.
and softer. And all
I don't know.
these
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Honestly, I'm
You know,
over
if
it.
I
I'm
went
happily
in my
married, so I don't
bathroom, I
care.
think my mom actually left a bottle of that under my cabinet when she was here, if I'm not mistaken. All right, now that I said that jokingly. So if you guys see me with blue hair next time, no, I won't ever do that.
Tell you the truth, I love being bald. I haven't had to worry about my hair since I was like 32.
You're bald?
Yeah, on top.
I dig being bald too.
It's so easy. I just shave. I got the fryer tuck thing going on. I got the thing coming that goes like half halo. And I just keep that like quarter to a half inch. Sometimes I'll let it get longer. I tried doing a Hayachi thing when I was in the factory. I had it like 4 inches long, sticking like straight out around my head. It was awesome. With a big
Wow.
giant grizzly beard.
I got
But
a
then
question
every
for you.
spring
Sorry.
I shave it. Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question for you. Do you live near or with Bob and Cami?
With.
Okay, so let me get this straight. It's you and Bob and Cami, and Bob's son is like a computer genius that hacked
Jared, yeah.
Fortnite. Do you guys have like a sign on your front porch that says your IQ must be this high to enter? Like,
Right.
that's
Like, you know how a lot of people
what is
put
going
those
on with your
mint,
house?
those like
I'd be
this
so
property
intimidated. I would never smoke pot
protected
there. I just,
by whatever. They have the Mensa signs on the front yard.
Oh, you just get a contact high, Rico. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some contact intelligence.
We're just curious here. We're just curious
No,
on how
you
things work.
guys-
That's all it is we're curious on how things work.
And trust me,
Yeah.
you do.
But yeah, we have
get
a fun,
contact
we do have a fun
intelligence.
dynamic here. I do like
This sounds like amazing. You guys can never be bored.
I
Like,
live
no,
and
every
breathe
day is-
on contact
Oh,
I
intelligence.
can't
from
imagine.
them.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can tell you, Rico, that I am never ever out of laundry. And there's never like the question is what are we gonna eat? Like what are we gonna eat is just you have it in the house and everybody works from home. So if you think of it,
That's so cool.
that's a lot
seriously.
of food that gets cooked here and that through there. But yeah.
If you guys start a cult or a commune, just let me know. You know, whatever. I'm
I
down.
have to, yeah, I have to backtrack. I had other things earlier in this show, but I want to backtrack to authors because while you guys were talking to authors,
Okay.
I'm like fidgeting. I'm like you. I can't sit still. But I was
Yeah, I'm
pulling up
trying
quotes
so
from
hard
some
too.
of my
Ugh.
favorite authors from back. You know, just doing that and looking. And I came across, I'm in Still Life with Woodpecker quotes, but there was some that caught my eye on there. And one of them is, "I'll follow him to the ends of the earth," she sobbed. "Yes, darling, but the earth doesn't have ends. Columbus fixed that." Little flat earth reference, along with, like, if you're honest, you'll sooner or later have to confront your values. Then you're forced to separate what is right from what is merely legal. Or there are only two mantras, yum and yuck. Mine is yum. So yeah, I still like this stuff. Some of it's pretty good. There's no point in saving the world if it means losing the moon.
Wow. That speaks to the whole climate change agenda right there.
Right. This is circa 1980, my favorite book in 1980, which I did in 1980, being 15 years old, I believe, maybe 16. I was reading this book called Still Life with Woodpecker, which took place inside of a pack of Camel cigarettes, the original. Do you remember that?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Robin.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got in trouble because I snuck out of the house at like 2:00 in the morning to buy a pack of original Camel cigarettes because I wanted to see why there were pyramids on the front of the pack and why Choice didn't read backwards in the mirror, why everything else went backwards but Choice, which is pretty cool. And again, if it's a Turkish blend, why are there pyramids at all? Because there's no pyramids in Turkey. And all of these, it went into the problem with redheads and that. But some of the quotes from 1980, and so this like tells like when I started getting into conspiracy theories in a way, but society had a crime problem. It hired cops to attack crime. Now society has a cop problem. A lot of it's just still the same.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Both of those things are really like super relevant right now.
Uh-huh. I bet I'm as old as you. I'm older than Sanskrit. Well, I was a waitress at the Last Supper. I'm so old, I remember when McDonald's had sold only 100 burgers. And that was the winning line on that argument.
Wow. With the right delivery, that
Still
would
go
be
with
a
my
good
mom's
stand-up.
line. My mom's go-to line was, "I'm 8 days older than dirt."
Mm-hmm. But this does have like brilliant quotes in it. "You're better equipped for this world than I am," she said. "I'm always trying to change the world, and you know how to live in it." That's a really good line.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry. I missed it.
I'm sorry.
"You are better equipped for this world than I am," she said. "I'm always trying to change the world. You know how to live in it."
Nice.
Pretty profound.
Yeah.
And people who sacrifice beauty for efficiency get what they deserve. The bottom line is that people are never perfect,
Ooh,
but
that's
love
a good
can
one.
be. Which one?
Start over?
People who sacrifice beauty for efficiency get what they deserve.
Right.
Yeah,
This
I like
is
that.
This is from Bernard, who is the bomber in the book Wrangler on page 99. I'm reading quotes from a book. This is Lechery talking to Bernard. The bottom line is that A, people are never perfect, but love can be. B, that there is one and only one way that the mediocre and the vile can be transformed. And C, doing that makes it that. Loving makes love. Loving makes itself. We waste time looking for the perfect lover instead of creating the perfect love. Quote from Still Life with the Woodpecker.
It's amazing.
It's never too late to have a happy childhood.
Yeah. Hey, man, I figured that one out only recently, like 7 years ago today.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I gotta, I've been talking about Chuck Palahniuk. Don't think of Brad Pitt and Fight Club and Macho as like it's a great movie. So I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a truther movie, but he's got a better book by far, and it's called Choke.
Choke, yes, fucking A, brother.
Yeah,
love Choke.
I still have you and Bob's address from mailing Witsit a skateboard. I'm gonna mail you a book. Will you read it? I think you'll get why I like this author. Like after hearing your quotes from that, yeah, okay, I'll mail it to you. Oh, make sure I didn't give it to someone else.
I just put into the chat what I was reading from, which was quotemark.com, and we were doing quotes out of Still Life with Woodpecker. You can quote a lot of different Tom Robbins books, and they do have good quotes. He was one of my favorite authors while I was looking, along with Maeve Binchy, Nora Roberts, a whole mixture of things. I like Dan Rice there, but David Eddings and sci-fi. I used to read a lot instead of sleeping at night.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I read a lot, like, what was it? Cowgirl, even Cowgirls Get the Blues.
Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. Yeah, we talked
Another great
about
one.
naming
Movie,
the
not so
firstborn
much.
Bonanza Jelly Bean.
Rico, what about that Sam Rockwell movie? What do you think about that? Or Choke?
It was,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hate to sound pretentious.
You're
Everybody's
Rockwell
always
was.
like, the book was so
The
much
book's so much
better.
better.
And
I love Rockwell. He's one of my favorite
I'm so
actors of
smart
all
because I can
time.
read
But
books. But
it's
he
definitely
did
better
really
book.
good.
Better book.
You know
Much better book.
do you know who he did the not translation, the adaptation and directed the movie is the guy from the first Avengers, the guy that dies, the guy they avenge. You know what I'm talking about? That actor.
Oh,
Come on, the guy that gets shot in front of Loki, or no, Loki kills him. That actor. Someone help me out here.
Yeah, Agent something or other.
Yeah, that's the guy. He did the adaptation and directed. He's in it.
I cannot remember his fucking name.
Well, you know how
Paulson's the main character, but his real acting name, I used to know it too.
Yeah. He's the boss. What's the reenactment place they work at? Like the Pilgrim. No, not Pilgrims. You know what? No one else has seen the movie, so this is a boring conversation. But yes, I've seen it, and I love the movie, and tried to like leave pretension behind and just enjoy it for what it is, and it's great. I wish I could have.
It's hard to do that when you've read the books.
Yeah,
it's really hard
is.
to enjoy the movies nearly as much. Same thing with cartoons. If you've watched every cartoon of a certain thing and then they go and make a movie, like I never watched the Avatar cartoons, and I went and watched that movie and I thought it was awesome. I was like, wow, this is cool.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yes.
I thought it was amazing.
I did too.
Yeah.
I love it.
Have you guys seen Old?
My little brother
his new
hated it.
Not yet. Is it good? I've been I've loved M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan is such an underrated director. I have loved M. Night Shyamalan movies for such a long time.
Okay, watch Old tonight. Dude, can I super chat? Here, I'll super chat you the money to do it.
I can get Old. You keep it.
Dude, it's so good.
Save your money for Ryan. Give your money to Ryan. Save your old money for Ryan.
Ryan, give it
Save
to
your
Ryan.
old ass money for Ryan.
I don't even give it a try, but I was so lost my way with Shyamalan. And I loved the first 3 or 4. Up until
my mom's watching. Hi, Mom.
And then by the time we got to the next one, I was just kind of, I don't know.
Oh my God, my mom's watching. What are we?
What's your mom's name again?
What's up? Hi, Mom.
Oh no, I didn't know. Mom, what did I talk about? I'm good, I think. I'm pretty solid. Cami was here. Cami keeps me in line, Mom.
You're good.
No,
she does.
So, Mom.
She has in chat for years. She's like, "Come on now, Rico. Come on."
We are supernaturally.
I didn't even know Mom knew this channel. Mom is a bigger truther, and she watches more Flat Earth Dave interviews than me, I think.
That is
and awesome. She got it just as quick too. I'm pretty sure the night I explained it, she was there.
Yeah, you are so blessed. We talked about this the first time you were on.
Yeah.
He's
Are
got
you still
like
watching, Mom? Say hello.
All these people in his family and his wife and that are just flat earthers.
But other people have friends, and I mean, you guys are my best friends. I'm not saying you're not, but my old bandmates and stuff. Dave talks about this. Say hi, Mom. Dave talks about this a lot, and I made the mistake. I figured it out, and I didn't think about the ridicule. I thought these are people that I love. Like, I mean, I love these guys. I've toured with them and been in weird situations, and they know what my junk looks like. Oh, my mom's watching. So I ran immediately to them when I figured this out and thought I was going to share this amazing revelation and information. And I thought they were just going to be so excited I figured it out and take it in. And it was the opposite. And I didn't know it well enough to sell it well. And it just went bad. But my family, my wife, my mother, my daughter, they're awake, and that's a blessing. And I knew it was a blessing, but I also didn't get how spoiled I was until Rasta Bear at Flattoberfest. I was complaining about my friends and telling them about my family. He's like, dude, you're spoiled. Are you kidding me? If you knew how, yeah. So I guess I am more blessed than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody around me. It took me, like you said, you didn't know how to answer any questions. You didn't really know the song, but you were trying to sing it. That was my issue at first too. And I told everybody the first couple weeks until I learned real quick, I need to shut my mouth until I can answer some of these questions that people keep asking.
The damage was done with me, man. I told everybody. And I just didn't have it. I wasn't equipped, and obviously they Google and YouTube it, and you guys know the story. Disc in Space, Flat Earth Society, debunking, the why psychologically people think it's a thing, just everything.
CNN reports.
Yeah. You know what? Oh, that was so hard to watch. And I really respected Brian from, come on. Truther that's friends with all of us, but he's not quite Flat Earth. High Impact Flicks. He covered that CNN report, and he was on our side, and I really respected him for doing that. Because I had a long phone conversation with him. He's a great guy. I don't know why he can't see it. Like my co-host, he can't get there, but I really respect him, though. I believe him. I don't think he's a shill. Like RV called him, like when he was calling everybody a shill. He put him on that list. I do not.
Yeah, I don't get that vibe from Brian at all.
Me neither.
I'll be hanging out in his chats and stuff like that, and he just seems like he's being pretty genuine.
Yeah, well, we talked because I lived on 2nd Avenue for a while. Nashville. I lived downtown, and you guys remember the RV that exploded on Christmas 2020? You guys remember that? It was a big deal.
I don't remember that.
Huge explosion, and apparently it was around voting time, and it was near the AT&T building, what Nashvilleians call the Batman building, and it supposedly took out where the voting machines were. I can't believe someone in chat said you remember that. It was a big deal in the Truther.
Seems vaguely familiar. Yeah.
Maybe it was a bigger deal to me, and I still remember it because I would have been able to see it from my window where I live. And he just wanted to talk to me about a couple things, and we were debating Flat Earth in his chat. And he's like, you know what? Email me. We'll talk. We talked for a while. I'm telling you, if that guy is some kind of shill, he is really good at being just a really good guy and just having just a great conversation. He members. Hey, BCB. I remember. Hey, Lucky. I remember. Ian members. Member berries. Well, my mom texted me and said she's watching. Maybe.
Member?
Member. Production technical point. I have been all wrapped into this conversation, getting to know Rico here. I missed him first time out, and yeah, definitely am having a blast. So I've been not as attentive to the chat. I popped in and said a few things here and there. However, my sincere apologies for completely ignoring the other chats that we have going, which Josh will list here in a moment. But the main one being the Rock Fan chat, which is a new platform for us, and one we're really trying to all get our handle around. And it would seem that we're currently premium right now, even though I thought the plan was to be non-premium for the regular show and premium for the after show. Is that not the case, or did I mistake it?
I don't know.
I'm showing free monetization.
No, I just went straight there to go say hey to whoever's there. I saw Nemo and saying they're not here or something, and I tried to type and it told me I could not because I'm not a subscriber, which I'm not. I haven't subscribed to anyone yet on Rock Band because I just haven't yet. So money.
Well, I'm not sure what I can do to change that.
No, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't mistaken about things. So it could be just, I don't know. It definitely won't let me do anything. It says I have to subscribe. Oh, now it's not even let me watch it. Wow. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So not only can I not chat, but I can't even watch it.
Maybe you just need to refresh the whole damn thing.
I'll do that.
You might be surprised. Or I might be surprised.
Man,
So what did
my mom sent me a text saying your mother is watching.
Yeah, it's definitely live. Oh,
Did I
sorry.
say something bad?
I don't think so.
No, I'm so worried now. I know I told the
I don't
ecstasy
think
story,
you
but I
did.
can't think of anything else.
Yeah, you said a few things. It's, totally off color, but I mean, we're all
Either say something. Text me again if you're
folks.
still there, Mom. I'm so worried. Now I'm going to have to comb through it again. Oh my God, Mom, you got
to. This is why you don't need to get high, dude. No, I'm just fucking.
Oh, by the way, you know how Matt at THC was doing the Flat Earth Dads and the Flat Earth Moms series?
I wanted to get in on that. Damn it.
Yeah. I had the idea, which he liked, which I had the idea that we do the truthers, us, our moms or dads if they are awake and flat earthers, and my mom's actually going to do a stream with me at some point on THC.
That's cool.
So you guys get
That's awesome.
To meet the love of where's my wife? No, my second favorite woman.
There you go.
There you go.
They're equal.
That'll work.
They're good friends too. There's no kind of a mother-in-law kind of
animosity.
Vibes. Yeah. There's some,
awesome.
But it's okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
She taught my wife how to cook. She'd fuck up a Pop-Tart before my mom.
Oh, fuck up a Pop-Tart. That's awesome.
Hello? Nope, I'm good. My wife definitely won't watch. She's like a full-blown flat earther and truther too. She loves it, but she just not into, I don't know. She doesn't really want to go to festivals and stuff. I guess she's closeted. Speaking of closeted, I'm glad we remember this before we ended. Zach, this morning, I listened to the playback of your show this morning on Truth Frequency Radio, and you were talking about Dave hitting over 50,000 on the app, and being that there's way more of us, but we're just out. We don't care,
Mm-hmm.
Well, I asked Dave for more of his Stop Look Think cards, and he sent me a package with all kinds of fun stuff in it, like a beanie and stickers. And did you get that photo I sent you, Josh? I texted?
No.
Okay, if look at it real quick. I just want you to see how.
I see. Gotcha. On the back of the Honda. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you share that?
Yeah. Have just a tick. I can.
Okay.
Sure.
I am definitely a
this
blue
beanie
dot.
you speak about. Does it just fit over the back top? I'm just being something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How small of a beanie are we talking?
Right. What's the sizing on these beanies?
Where are you, Mom? Damn it. I mean, dang it. I got Mob it.
Darn nabbit. Dang knobbit. Nubber.
Can you see the beanie behind me? It's on the top of that skateboard.
I am trying to go look. Hang on. I've lost it.
Right there.
I do see it. What's up?
The camera's backward. I can't.
I see it. That's cool. Boom. Very nice. Very nice.
Right.
I guess she's not watching anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way
Mom's not a big fan.
Rico, I mean,
I know. And Cami, I promise I have respect, but sometimes I think of a good joke, and I'm Captain. That's what she said, and I'm just bad news. Can you not?
Michael
this is where you
Scarn.
don't.
Say again?
Saying, are you Michael Scarn?
Oh my God! I didn't even realize I was in dad joke, like age, and I was testing a joke on her. I still write jokes even though I don't perform them. I write a joke every week for Miss Mayes' stream, just because she has this awesome cackle I love to hear. And I tested one out on my daughter, and they know I do it every week because I'm like, if I don't hear her she snorts. She's a snorter. I love it. But I tested one on her like a couple weeks ago. My daughter's like, you are the embodiment of a dad joke.
Oh, that's funny. You were
Which
the
is
embodiment of
fine.
a dad joke.
I took it as a compliment. I don't know how she meant it, but I felt pretty good. I feel like I'm hogging. Like, anybody else want to talk? Can you not share that photo?
You realize you are our guest?
Yeah, I'm
right?
getting it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, see, I've already been your guest, so I thought maybe I could.
You
just
are,
be
and you're
in
right. You're just one of the family now. Fuck, I'll shut
Yeah,
up.
that's what I was
Stop acting
thinking.
like that. You are.
I text Josh. I was like, hey, you don't have to make me part of your thumbnail or anything. I just kind of want to. He said,
Yeah,
hey, you
and
can
it's
come
been-
on anytime. And you know,
Anytime, brother. You really are truly welcome. And
this is
it seems like-
technically a time, and here I am.
and you are here, so it worked out actually. Man. See that whole wish thing, not wish. There's another one. I don't know. There was a bug. It's been too long. Anyway, God almighty.
Well, I could say this, that I wanted to do my own thing, but I wanted to come on a few live streams to get my sea legs. And I put that out there in the ether, and I haven't done less than one show a week since I put that out there. People just keep inviting me, and it's really cool. Another great channel, like I don't know if they're as big as you guys, but you guys heard of Whiskey, Beer, and Conspiracies?
No, but
Yeah.
I like.
They're
Yeah.
on Rock Fan. I put it out there. They had an episode about erection fraud. I want to get your channel, take it down. You know, the yeah. And they were talking about how super obvious it was fake, and they went down the timeline and how things changed and numbers changed. And it was on Stitcher, so I couldn't comment. So I went to their Instagram and sent them a DM, and I was like, hey, not only are you guys right, but I think it's beyond erection fraud. It's weird that my mom and came here watching, and that's the word I choose to say instead of the real word.
Surprise! Surprise, mommy! It's erection fraud.
The clown has no penis. Anyway, I sent him a
I'll
message.
kiss you right on the mouth, Kenny Rogers.
Did we just become best friends? You want to
Yep.
go to the garage and do karate?
Yep.
But anyway, sorry. We just have a whole show of quoting Will Ferrell movies. Anyway, so I went to their Instagram and sent them a DM saying that not only are you guys right, but I think we were meant to see it. That I think the whole thing was set up for the disillusionment of America, like to know that you can do nothing, like that you have no control. I think that's what happened in 2000 with Bush versus Gore. I think that's why we saw the birth certificate with Obama. I think that a lot of things that we see were meant to see. It's meant to cause, like doublethink in 1984. Like it's meant to break our will to hurt our soul.
I think it's also that thinning of the herd thing. Not thinning of the herd. That's not really the technical term I'm trying to use here. Where's James True? He knows what I'm talking about. I think it's that discernment, like how much they can push into people's faces, and the ones who do see through it are the. I love that. That's awesome. Dialed it up, dude. Shit, I need some of that on the back of my car.
Yeah, check it out. Karen B just has another decal, a flat earth decal, and I ordered that last night. And well, you can't see where I'm pointing. You see where my beautiful face is right there? Really concentrated face. Wow. It's going to go about right there. And I emailed Dave. I was like, hey, this is great, but where you have your QR code, it's super small. It's great for, I work with like 5,000 people. It's great for that.
Right, but not like following somebody.
But people in traffic. So he sent me something to print out that I could put in my window, so they have that. And above that, I'm going to.
I'm waiting for it to take up your whole windshield.
Right.
Oh yeah. I love Fig Newtons, but there's no way this is safe. Another Will Ferrell quote. Okay. But yeah, I'm over it now. Like the past 2 years has shown who the people that aren't thinking are, and I don't want to be lumped in with them.
No.
Here you go.
Absolutely.
Is my license plate anything that can get me doxxed?
Wow, that dude is now in the records. I didn't even think about your license plate. Way to go, Josh. I got that dude's exposure out
No,
there.
I don't care. I don't care. Dude. Well, no, I'm not going to go address my family's here. But I would have almost did. I don't care. I am out, and I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like we're in some really intense times, and I
This
think
dude
we
is
got to
literally
wake up
gonna
the
change
people we
it
can wake
now.
up while we can wake it up. Wake them up.
I get the feeling everything is gonna be all right.
And
There you go. Thanks, Josh.
And thank God
Yeah.
YouTube.
I got your
I
back,
agree.
You can't
Rico.
rewind YouTube.
I got
Shrooms,
you.
so we're good there. That's what's funny. The one show that my mom knows that I go on, I've been on Melodome a few times, but we do the Breaking the Chains. I was like, so here's the one where you can watch. We did a paranormal episode, and I was like, you can watch that, but please don't watch Breaking the Chains. She's like, okay, I won't. Like she knows, but she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things that, breaks your heart when mom finds out.
Well, yeah, and we talked about my brothers earlier. So she's
Yeah.
a strong woman. She's a strong woman that either can't return my text or talk in chat or just isn't here anymore.
She's waiting for you to slip up again.
No hard feelings, Ma. I can barely
There
listen
won't
to
be
us
an
either.
again. No, you know what? I'm over it. I actually can't stand my radio voice, so I won't be able to. I don't watch anything I do back. My podcast, I've never listened to an episode back.
That's kind of how I was, and still kind of am sometimes.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't listen to anything I do.
you guys are just gonna have to
Really?
suck it up and learn to edit videos.
Dude, you sound smooth. Like I don't know if it's your equipment or if you just have a silky smooth
Josh
voice,
is
but
the fucking
you
man.
sound
Fuck
great,
that.
dude.
No, I spent a lot of money on this microphone.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like $150. This is the same microphone Patricia Steer uses. Let me put it that way. If you like how Patricia Steer sounds and you like how I sound, I'm not saying there's any direct, I'm not saying that correlation actually equals causation, but there is that.
I've got the same exact headphone and mic that a guy that his favorite genre of music is dubstep has.
Really? Yeah. You've got the exact microphone and the exact same microphone as my neighbor Wes. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, on the videos I do, I usually use the Blue Yeti. But like now, I just use a gamer's headset.
That's what this is.
Wow, for this piece of shit show, I just use the gamer's headset.
Yeah, I think this was like $40. Does it sound okay?
No, it sounds good.
No, these were like $110 gamer headset. These are pretty nice ones.
But it sounds really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if these are the Turtle Bays. I don't think they are. I think these were one step up above the Turtle Bay ones.
I was going to get some nicer ones, but when I got, I told you guys I worked a lot of overtime, so I had a little extra money. I was like, well, I want to order some salsa from Spicy Sarah. I want to send a little money to Witsit because he's married. I had a couple little things I wanted to do, and I was going to help Mike THC out with his shoes, but now this whole Ryan thing is going on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but she was like, you can help those people out with little stuff. Oh, and the stickers from Karen, or you can get some gear. And I was like, I got plenty of gear. I'm gonna throw some love out, but I want to throw some more love out when I get my tax refund.
That's awesome, man.
Great, man. That is so awesome.
Hey, man,
and there's some really
great
community stuff
man.
out there. Right, that's what I was saying. There's some really great stuff out there, man. If I could have all the shirts I wanted, I would never wear normal clothes again.
I haven't bought a shirt that wasn't Flat Earth related in years. It's been years. Like I do have new shirts that aren't Flat Earth related, but they're all gifts from neighbors and stuff because I don't charge them too much, I'll do yard work or help them with just whatever they need, changing dishwashers or this or that, or putting in a new sink for them, and I don't, they're older on both sides, and they're on fixed incomes, and yeah, they're not hurting by any means, but I just, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it to be neighborly and help out my elders.
Yeah.
So I give them really good deals, but they always, oh, I saw this shirt, Zach, and I thought of you, so I got it for you.
It's
Stuff
so
like
sweet.
that. They're
It's
always getting me
so
stuff.
sweet and wonderful. Yes.
I don't even buy a lot of stuff for myself. I'm a single income family with a wife and 2 kids and 2 cats. But whenever someone throws out a shirt that I really like I got a couple of Sam shirts in this show, but usually whenever it's someone in the community that has a product, but you can just kind of sense they don't move a lot of it, like they're both still working. Like I'm definitely going to get some stuff from James, grounded extracts. I want to get people off the ground, and if you spend $10 or $20, it's not going to break you. That's just taking your lunch to work for a couple days. That's what I want to be a part of. There's so many of us. If we all think like that, we can, hopefully I can come up with an idea, and you guys could buy,
You did.
Absolutely.
I don't know, some stupid off me.
No, you totally
a
came
dad
up
joke
with the
shirt.
idea. Look, rap is
What was
just linear funk. Oh, shit. This is the wrong setting.
See, I had to spend money and get one of those.
Oh,
ones
that
with
looks cool
the
too.
sexy filter. Yeah, sorry.
Is that the one Stein uses?
Probably, or something similar. It's got a few different ones. You can play around with all sorts of cool stuff.
Okay, I'll call you later. Oh, my mom and Cami are watching. Never mind.
No, what?
Cami are watching.
Seriously, rap is just linear funk. First thing
what is this?
Oh, nothing. I was acting like it was turning me on a little. Probably why Austin won't take me camping, because I make a lot of jokes like that. Yeah, I make so many jokes like that.
Completely turned that off. I didn't even hear that. It's like, ugh.
Oh, okay. I make a lot of jokes like that. That's why my nickname for a while on tour was Wetback Mountain.
Yuck. Okay, you're right. Yuck.
Okay.
So would you buy a t-shirt that said rap
don't.
is just linear funk?
Hi, Mom.
Mom, you're right. Mom is wise.
See, Rico, would you buy a shirt that said rap is just linear funk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
First thing I did was write that shit down. I'm like, that shit goes on a t-shirt. Rap is just linear funk.
Oh, is that what I said?
Yeah, it is.
It is what you said.
Dude, look at me.
Look at you go making t-shirts.
There you go. That's cool.
I downloaded
you know what?
75 fonts today, so we can make you a badass t-shirt in a matter of seconds.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. One band I was in that we never got signed. I was just in it long enough to help them record a record, but they would change. I would just say random stuff, and they had like kind of like a hashtag thing, like the shit that comes out of this dude's mouth, and it'd be like the funniest thing, or just the weirdest thing I would say. I say funnier stuff than I can write. I wish I could just record myself and like, oh, that was clever. Full stop. I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Yeah, no. Me too. That's why I've gotten so sort of Tourette-ish on this show. Like maybe one of these will be a fucking gem. And I'm still hoping one day, motherfuckers are gonna laugh.
Hey, if we were all sitting in a room and we weren't being watched by a whole lot of people, I'd probably be a little bit funnier. But I'm just like, sit still, make your voice good, and make sure your mom's not bummed out and Cami's not bummed out.
Yeah. I've got a weird sense of humor.
Pressure's on.
Right, it really is.
I can't go to like stand-up comedy clubs and stuff like that. I don't do well. I'm like that obnoxious prick that sits there and is like trying not to laugh. Look at how funny I think you're not. Shit like that. I'm kind of that guy where I'm just like, oh. And maybe it's because you're performing and I get to see, look at this onstage persona that I am now. Watch me perform my 10-minute act. And I'm just like, okay.
Me neither, especially since I woke up. Like, but Sam and the guys he had opening for him were really good because it was definitely truth or comedy. It wasn't the woke crap that's happening right now. God, I really feel bad about how stoked I was to see that footage of that one lady pass out. Like, God must love me most, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Man, God smited her in real time.
Did you see what she said in the later interview? That she will not be getting any more jabs at all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if she knows she was smited.
She's like, I did a little bit of research and I'm looking into it, and yeah, it's I don't think I'll be getting the next one.
There you go. Well, you know, a lot of people like, you know, that don't have any kind of faith, they probably just thought that, well, yeah, but it was one lady at one stand-up. No, that went viral. Like, God put a message out there. Like, you know, you're putting down a lot of people that, even if you don't believe them, you're definitely just like putting us all in this like stupid bucket, and then you're going to be sacrilegious. Boom, you're out.
Yeah, I love the real time like that.
That was great.
So powerful.
Yeah, very cynical. Who said that? Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. There's cynicism could be fun, but I mean, being cynical and sarcastic, I don't know who said it, but I think sarcasm is the lowest form of humor. Someone said that. Like, I'm very sarcastic, so I'm not trying to be hypocritical, but you're right. Someone else talk. I feel like I'm talking too much. Oh, I'm the guest. That's right. Never mind.
But that's your job.
Man, you guys
I
having
used
me
to
on
do
this
a
is
lot
great.
of sarcasm when I was younger. Now I don't too much.
Josh carries that ball for us.
Huh?
Oh
Huh?
my goodness! I may have to go refill coffee. What time is it?
Your what?
Oh man!
How long is your show?
It's almost time to go rockfin and.
I was just about to
play
say,
some
we've
songs.
almost hit after party. I've got songs lined up and everything. Promised
Look at this
videos.
Are you gonna be able to hang out, Rico? I know you got to get
Rico. Do you
with
have
the
time
family
to
and
play a
all.
song or five?
It's not just a family. I wake up at 4:30, and I'm working. I worked 7 days last week, and I'm 6 this week.
Absolutely.
I am done, and I haven't eaten yet either. So.
Oh golly, dude, go!
Oh, you guys hear that? It's the wambulance.
Look, this isn't a schedule for everybody. I don't encourage this type of schedule for people.
Yeah, we're nuts. Don't do this.
I don't.
Oh no, and I'll come in anytime you guys have me. But it's the end of our fiscal year. Like their fiscal year starts April 1st.
They're trying to knock out contracts.
Crap out of us.
Oh really?
Trying to close out shit.
Starting a new year. Never mind. I'll stop.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just put that together. There's that's why
they're April Fools.
Oh my God! I've known that forever. Like, I think 2015 is when I figured out that that the base words were the Latin words for 7, 8, 9, and 10.
7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I've known that forever, but I just put together that the fiscal year by the elites is probably because of that. Wow, what a dot connect! Whoever said that, that's amazing.
There we go. Glad I could help.
Did you just put that together, or did you already figure that out?
No, when you said that, it was like, well, shit. I mean, we already don't celebrate New Year's with the rest of the world, and we did some extensive discussion about April Fools and origins of calendar changes, and so yeah, that hit it right on the head when you said that. It's like,
wow,
of course it's that,
and that's definitely why too. It's not just
that
random. It's not like the guy that made up fiscal years was like, no, it's good.
Yeah, let's do it now. Fuck it.
Man, guys,
love is in the air. Everybody get a calculator. Yeah, I don't think that works.
Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Thank you for being here, dude. And look, I hate our first time together wasn't last time, but I'm glad it was this time, and make it another time. Because, dude, yeah, I've got your number, Josh. Send it over to me. I will be getting in touch. In fact, the next text you get will be from me, and you'll have my number.
And hey, if you guys ever have a show and you don't have a guest, and I don't want to be like featured or anything, but I'd love to be part of it. This is so much fun. You guys are so easy to get along with.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. Happy birthday on 7 years.
7 years, flat Earth.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
Want to bet?
Crazy.
It's
been
good.
And how many times have you been reborn since then, though?
What do you mean?
You know, like learn something new, and now
Something new,
everything.
and, oh, shit,
you know,
that
it's
was-
like, well, that throws out, this and this and this, and
Mhm.
this is now how I'm seeing things, how it works.
Like Flat Earth
It's
was the
happened
big
to me a
pile
few
of bricks. And then
It's
every once in
never
a while,
ending, man. When
it's
I
like-
think like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm totally awake, man, I'll find something new, a new rabbit hole. And that's why I explore everything. Like, I kind of did the same thing with Tartaria and Mud Floods. Like, I was just like, eh. Like, for the longest time, like, I think until maybe like 2018. And I just got sick of like people I respect. Like, what's your favorite 3 conspiracies? And that would be the list. I'm like, okay, I'll look at it. Oh my God, leave me alone. Now, of course, I'm full blown. I'm not exact on what happened and when it happened, but
right.
there's
something
definitely
fucking happened.
yeah. Like, I'm not an expert on it. I watch, what is it, John Levy and a few
Yeah, I
other
like
guys.
John.
Yeah, but man, I'm always open. I'm wide open because
There's a dude out there,
I
Campbell.
enjoy
I don't
it.
know if you checked him out. No, I'm
Who?
being silly. Campbell.
Who?
Autodidactic?
That's another friend of the show.
I guess not.
Oh, I was joking.
Oh,
Yeah, go
wow.
immediately. Do
Awesome,
not
dude.
pass
Yeah.
go. Do not collect any kind of
Oh,
antique
I'm
attack.
so sorry.
Yeah, go. Yeah, autodidactic and autodidactic too.
He
Enjoy.
just had John Hutchinson on.
Yes, he did. He is a great.
Wow.
Buddy.
No, I think just pretty much John Levy and Awaranon.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you'll dig this. Then you'll dig.
You will
it
for
more.
sure.
I've heard the name Autodidactic. I don't know where
Yeah,
I've heard
he's
it, but
gonna
I definitely
be-
know of him. I'm aware of him.
He will be at the
There you go.
festival for the Holy Grail Reset Tour. Martin Liedtke's doing out there at the big
Is he that
meetup, the
British?
one in
Wait.
April. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the UK tour that's going on right now.
Yeah. I'm aware. That's
Everybody
cool.
who is looking for ticket info, if you're in the UK, holisticmedia.com, all one word. For all ticket it's about halfway through. I think they've done 5 of them already. And then they have 5 more, and then they're taking a break. The next one, I think, is tomorrow, and then they skip a day and do one, skip a day, do one, skip, and then next weekend will be the end until the big meetup.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah, it'll be but yeah, holisticmedia.com.
Right on.
But yeah, he's gonna be like presenting there. I think he's from Australia though, if I'm correct. Campbell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's why we
yeah.
keep screwing up getting him on the show on time.
Yeah, because they always got
three
the
different
half
times.
hour. Yeah.
Right. I dropped his main channel. He's got a backup second channel too. Just add 2 to that, and you'll get there. And it's probably linked on his channel. But there it is in our chat.
All right.
On the show chat.
Oh my God, it's a huge channel too.
Yeah, it's a great channel, dude. You will enjoy.
46,000.
Get some.
He's blowing up, man. It's been really fun watching him grow and blow
Grab
up.
some snacks.
Yeah, dude. Buckle up.
Gonna be there for a while.
Buckle up. It's great stuff.
Is
Shout out,
Austin at
love you,
work, or did
Campbell.
he see that?
I don't know. Is he doing his thing? Is he here? I haven't been on our.
I don't think he did
I
say
thought I
that.
saw him in chat.
He's definitely in chat.
I haven't been over there at all.
Shout out to
I've
you,
chopped in a few
Austin.
times and said things, but my bad, everybody. I've been wrapped up with Rico here.
I think
It's his
he is
fault.
at
Rico
work.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
Austin, I
retarded.
believe, is at
He
work.
wouldn't shut the fuck. No,
Oh no! I'm already like insecure about how much I've been
no,
ranting.
that's why I did it, man.
Oh no!
I had to push the button once, just once. Oh, bro, this has been great, truly, man. Thank you for hanging.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being great. It was awesome. I had a blast. It was good
Best
to meet
happy
you, and
birthday
hopefully
ever.
it will be soon. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Rico, and I have a quote to leave you in because I had my quote page up, and this one came up while you were talking. It made me think of what you're going to be going through. And the quote is, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
If there is one door in the castle you have been told not to go through, you must. Otherwise, you'll just be rearranging furniture in all the rooms you've already been in.
Wow. Wow. That's the epitome of like my mind F that I'm going through. I just censored a picture.
Right, that's why we're leaving you with that quote.
Oh, that's
Perfect,
amazing. Thank you
Cami.
so much. no offense to anybody else that's had me on the show, but I think this is the best live stream I've had. This has
Well,
been
thank
great.
you, man. I'm glad
Like,
you.
this was so much fun.
It was a blast. Thank you.
And now Austin will not have me back on.
Fuck those other
definitely-
guys.
You definitely sound like you're at home, man. You definitely
no,
feel comfortable doing this. Even compared to last time we had you on, you were even more comfortable now. Yeah, you're definitely progressing.
Cool, very cool. Well, and to be fair, I'm talking pretty dark material for 2 hours when I go with Austin on like the Breaking Chains. Like it's
it's hard.
I'm even more.
It gets heavy.
Yeah,
Here we can get heavy, but we generally just want to hang out and get to know you. And dude, it's been great getting to know you for damn sure.
Thank you guys so much.
And to think I almost missed it because there were almost obligations, and if I had missed it again, I would have been so upset. But now, like I said, you're in the door. You're welcome. As you see, it doesn't shut.
Yeah, man. Tuesday and Friday mornings, there's tons of stuff you say, and I'm listening to the playback, so I don't mean to be obsessive leaving comments on your videos that are done, but like, I want
No, that's great.
I want to
wish
chime
you
in
could.
on
The anytime you're not doing
and
7 days a week and you're up at that time of the day, then hit us up, man. You're more than welcome to come hang out on us with the Ironworks as well, for damn sure.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a tough time to get people because either it's way too late or way too fucking early.
Yeah, no, I'm awake most of the time. I just don't immediately pull out my smartphone. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
It's a tough time again. Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Thank you. Love you. Appreciate it.
All right. Will you kick me out? I don't know how to leave. I lost that screen. There we go.
I have power? Oh, I don't have power.
Just hit stop video when I'm done.
Yeah, you'll good. It'll when you hit that leave thing, you should be good.
Okay. Love you guys so much. This was
All right,
great.
man. Love you. Take care, Rico.
Okay. Later, guys.
All right, man. Bye.
Later.
Bye, Rico.
What an awesome guy.
So glad I got to make this one, man. Fucking
Yeah, I knew you two would hit it off. Like,
it's like a brother, like truly. Like getting to know you guys here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it. First time I met him, I was like, wow, yeah, Walt's definitely got to meet this guy.
Yeah.
It sucks Walt's not here. I was like, you guys, if he had time and wasn't so tired, I could see you two sitting there for 3 hours talking music afterwards.
Oh yeah, like, easily. Well, you saw we got locked and lost and sidetracked and everything else. So I definitely have his info and we'll be getting in touch. So
yeah, great guy. And like so many of us truthers, has been through, a lot, like having to get over stuff in his life and admitting that, there's a problem. We need to change this. And I think that just rings true for those of us that have been doing this for 7 years. It was easier for us because we had already been through that stuff, admitting, hey, there's a real problem with this globe model here. And not just, blah, blah, this or that, or blah, 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 this, that, whatever, making up excuses, saying refraction and gravity pretty much. And it's really kind of the same thing. Not admitting that there's a problem. And I mean, that's the first step to fixing any problem, is admitting that you have a problem. And if you've never done it before, it's hard to take that first step. It really is. And yeah, like a lot of people in the community, we've all been through overcoming something. Whether it just be like me, the biggest problem I've ever had was really alcohol. And overcoming that, man, that was a battle. But after I got done with that, it was so much easier to stop doing it. Like quitting smoking after that was easy. Like I just put the cigarettes down and then I said, okay, I'm done. And I didn't smoke them anymore. And then I learned that if you smoke the right kind of tobacco, it's different. It's actually a medicine.
Right. Shout out John.
Yep. John Savage talking about that.
Oh, Zach, I was getting into, I don't know if you'd known this, but while you guys were doing that, I was looking at the Salvia page. And Salvia is very, very interesting, the legal status of it. It wouldn't be what you think. Like you are in Louisiana there, Walt, right?
Right.
And in Louisiana, it is Schedule 1 felony, first state to ban. salvia
Interesting.
divinity. Now it has different in different states, but you were the very first state in Louisiana to ban it, and it is a Schedule 1.
What was Indiana? Does it say?
Indiana is red, and it is illegal. So Indiana, some of these places, okay, Indiana has got it as a Class A misdemeanor.
Yeah, I remember it was legal for a short hot minute, and then they said somebody jumped out a window at Valparaiso University or something
Right,
like
and they
that.
called it Brett's Law. Yep.
And then they made it illegal in the state of Indiana.
Right. Colorado is a Class 2 misdemeanor. You have different things on it. Connecticut to be scheduled, Schedule 1 in Delaware, Schedule 1 in Florida, possession felony for up to 5 years in prison in Florida, by the way. Other states were interesting because let's get to some of the fun ones before we do this, because it's legal to have the plant in your yard, but you're not allowed to have extracts from it. So in a lot of the states, let me see if I can read some of the legislation.
Yeah, and there are kinds of salvia you can have though, because
right,
there's
and even this one, yeah,
you up and certain ones that don't.
Well, the divine or the D on it, it's going to talk about that. The salvia divinorum. That's the
Divinorum, that's how I always said it, yeah.
Right. Okay. Divinorum. Okay. They added that, but they have other ones on here. Different states ban either all of the salvias or none of them, and a lot of the states have it where see if I can get it up there. Where let's get a state on there where not an offense to possess. Okay, like for instance in Tennessee, it's not an offense to possess, plant, cultivate, or grow or harvest for landscaping or decorative purposes, but it's a Class D felony to have like harvested concentrates of it. So you can have the plant in your yard, you just can't have the process.
So it's like you can grow pot in your yard, you just can't smoke it.
Right,
Stop.
that's exactly what this is like in a lot of the states. That's
Stop.
exactly.
Yeah, I knew it.
Stop.
But some of the ones it's totally.
Right?
Oh, I am sorry. I didn't know I thought I was muted. The cat keeps grabbing my headphone. Sorry.
Now, what's interesting about this and it being a illegal in Colorado and illegal in all of these states, Louisiana and North Carolina and Florida and Georgia, guess where it's totally legal with no restrictions whatsoever?
Washington, D.C.
No, South Carolina.
Really?
South Carolina, we are in a little jurisdiction with red states all around us where it is completely legal. It's where salvia is legal. The closest thing we have to us close to us Tennessee, where it has restrictions. Jurisdiction where salvia is decriminalized in Tennessee, and again, where you're going to have restrictions of you can have it as landscape and that, but you're not supposed to be making drugs out of it. And the same with that looks like Michigan has got some of those too. California is legal with age restrictions.
Yeah, it's a decorative lettuce, isn't it? Real small leaves.
It's sage.
Yeah.
It's the sage plant is what it is, and yeah, we might want to see how it does it. But if we're in a strange, because I'm used to coming from Colorado where everything is legal, mushrooms and pot, into South Carolina where everything is illegal, but it turns out that salvia is exactly the reverse of Colorado. It is totally legal here, and it is not legal in Colorado. So that's the first time I've found any type of that combination on a drug. So there you go. Just interesting. May have to grow some, Zach.
Yes, and I need you to send me some of that bird seed too.
Oh, right.
I want to
He's like thinking on our little herb gardens and that. This is like a sage, and yeah. And even though it's going to get cold, Zach, I do think the way you have the beds, it like sunken in, and that when we cover them, they're going to be just fine and lovely. Everybody.
Oh, it's such a pretty plant too.
I know.
Oh,
isn't it beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? That lilac-y or that purplish pink color? I know. I think we need to do it here for our gardens.
Salvia divinorum. Yep, I'll find some. Yep.
All
Sorry,
right.
everybody. I'm sitting here
Yeah, you're doing what I did. You get caught on that. That's what I was doing between that
Okay.
and the different
away
quotes.
from it. I'm okay, out of there.
You
And
just
Rico
send me
was
some
worried
seeds,
about not
Zach.
sitting still like I do forever a second. We're trying to decide what to cook for the late dinner at this house, like a late dinner snack.
As we get ready to transfer over to just Roxanne, is that what we're doing or not? Is that the plan?
I think so.
I can do
I'll
whatever.
do that way. I
play
figure out I had a big pot of
a
macaroni
song.
and cheese on the stove that I thought was going to last the whole
I
evening
just
and
need
night,
some
and it's
coffee.
gone.
I may be kind
And
of
if we're
quiet,
not,
but
if we're just going to go off, that's fine too. I mean, everybody's been busy. It's been a long Friday. We had a great show. So
you know what? Let's do that. I'm exhausted, and going off sounds better than going on.
there you go. Well, that sounds like a winner then.
Just
Sorry, I teased you guys. I'll play that video next time, maybe on Wednesday. Dun, dun, dun. I'll drop the link though in chat so you can enjoy it for sure. Right here, right now. Life of Agony. The whole album is phenomenal. Enjoy River Runs Red.
Not so red.
Oh, and here's the Ryan Martini I forgot I pulled up. It wasn't Elephants. The name of the band is Soften the Glare. The name of the song is March of the Cephalopods. So now you see where I got elephant from.
Name of a band, a cool name, Pink Elephants on Parade. No?
I like it. I like it. I'm sorry. I just messed up everything. I thought I was dropping a link and I copy pasted another link onto the page and I was going somewhere else. Damn it.
No Dumbo fans in the house?
P-op.
Okay.
I was busy, Zach, making hearts for Jana in the chat, and for everybody that thinks that those little emojis come really easy to me on the keyboard, Zach gets to see how hard I work for him, and he laughs at me. Just so you all know, for amusement, sometimes he'll watch me like search out the little, like, no, I want to send them a love, I want to send them a hug. A little bit crazy, but that's okay. That's why we coexist in the same space. He's able to giggle at my craziness, and that's a good, healthy relationship there. So
Well, then I reckon we ought to go ahead and get close to calling it.
but Glowbusters is in the chat now first. All right.
I keep hearing.
What do you hear?
They live in my head as I hold this jar. Yeah, this jar of, well, because the strain is bubblegum.
Right.
Bubblegum is good.
Yeah.
Just don't run out.
Well, I have come here to chew bubblegum and eat ass. And I've got plenty of bubblegum.
Fucking idiot.
So there we go. I just had to get that off my chest. And like so many things in this world, eating ass is all about timing. Nugget of wisdom for you there to chew on, so to speak. All right, let's get the fuck off and out before I get dirty. I'm tired.
Too late, Josh.
Too late. Oh, come on. Look. There was once upon a time I probably could have started a service selling dirty text messages. Just saying.
I see Rico still in chat. Hey, don't forget to send me that link for your music, man.
And I dropped the link for Pink Elephants if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I used to sing this. My buddy made he was sitting there playing this one like boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba 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 boom, ba boom on the guitar, and was just doing it over and over, practicing. And I started going, pink elephants, and then I sang the song, and he started playing with it, and yeah, we started doing that like every night. We just sit around and get drunk and high, and he'd play the guitar, and I'd sing and play the harmonica, and I'd pretty much black or brown out, whatever you want to call it, and wake up, and they'd be like, dude, that was awesome last night. And it's like, yeah, I have no recollection of that at all, what you're talking about. I guess I can sing when I'm real drunk. I guess I sound all right.
Awesome. Hey, man, liquid courage.
That's because everybody else is drunk too, there, Zach, and I agree.
No, my
I
buddy
like it.
didn't
I like
drink
it when you
too
sing.
much.
I've actually seen that happen a few times at karaoke. A person who usually won't get up and sing gets a little buzz going with some alcohol, and suddenly they are whoever.
Wailing, yeah, because you get so into it.
The inhibitions.
You're Joe
The
Cocker.
inhibitions are gone. Yeah, the
Yeah,
inhibitions
you're
are
Joe
gone,
Cocker.
and you're fine.
You're Janis Joplin now.
Yeah.
My biggest
Well, I might go
delusion.
for Janis. Yeah.
Why I don't ever sing karaoke, because I'm that delusional to think that I'm going to be that guy, knowing that I'm not.
Yeah.
So
See, that's the thing. I had to be in a state to where I wouldn't remember it to be good enough to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough state in there for me to sing karaoke. I'm like you, Josh. My mother told me not to sing in church as a little girl, and that right there, I mean, if your own mother says to mouth the words in church, you know you're tone deaf. So I will not be joining. I'll be mouthing at the karaoke, but Zach, you got it going on, and you know who else can really sing when but is too shy or doesn't do it in public is my husband. Can carry a tune and is amazing. I love it when he sings, and he really hits the notes good. He doesn't happen enough, but when it happens, it's so good.
Let's jam, Bobo.
Yeah, jam, Bobo. Hello, REL Truth Seeker in the chat. Welcome to our little show over here. I will be doing a show with Ariel on her channel, I believe March 17th. Or not March 17th, but April 17th.
It's awesome.
Nice.
We love it.
Right after the Glowbuster show, so that'll be super fun.
Ariel's the shit. If you're not subscribed to Ariel, you go subscribe to Ariel right now. Right freaking now. See, again, this is what happens when I get a little sleepy. This is why I was smart and decided not to go live on Rockfin. Know when enough is enough. Know when to say when.
Know when to say when.
Say no to drugs.
Thank you all. I was very negligent to the chat I filled today, and that was all Rico's fault. So, Rico, it's your fucking fault, dude.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I saw some chats go by, the super chat from Hack. I think another one went by. Sorry. Thank y'all. Cami, as always. Thank you, brother.
Yep. Thank you, guys. It's been an awesome show. So, looking forward to our 420 show. If you're not familiar, be on the lookout. There are some really exciting things headed your way. I think many of you are going to be pretty excited about what we got going on. So just keep that percolating in the back of your brain while that day slowly approaches. I'll keep my handy little bong here percolating in the front of my brain. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you right back here next week. Be good. Be well. We love you. Why aren't you playing, you son of a bitch? There you go. It'll play. Check it.
Peace out, everyone.